Happy birthday, Juke the Ronin! It's your birthday today.
Birthday, this one's for you.
There was Ronins you got, and you fucking juked out of them. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Juke the Ronin birthday. En los campos en la primavera. Los cumpleaños. What? We're singing the birthday song?
100%. On par.
Y volver. Volver. Oh my God, I don't have enough.
I was about to say not every song needs to turn into a Chinte song, but all right, that worked out.
But every song should turn into a Chinte song.
The song that has been stuck in my head for the last like 4 days for no fucking reason is Chalindo's last song.
Oh man, just make yourself sad all the time.
Yes, and then last night, oh my God, I feel fucking terrible. What's his name? There's a Californian LA comedian who's been touring, and I don't know where I think it was in DC, and he had one of the people in the audience like pass him a note. And he was like, "Oh my God, bro!" He's like, "Fuck, I feel like Chalindo." And he does the whole thing, and he's like,
I'm sweating.
"Yeah." But it,
jokes.
funnily enough, it was somebody was asking for a birthday shout out.
Oh, well, there you go.
No, that's what the note was.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it was like
They weren't gonna kill him.
hilarious. Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
Because he wipes his brow. Oh my God, that fucking breaks my heart.
Oh,
if you don't know, if you want to tell the story,
Yeah, Chalindo is like, so his last song.
Switch it. There you go.
Chalindo's last song is literally he was a corridos and like norteño Mexican singer, and he was really big in like the narco music, and so it was like revolutionizing that kind of like style of. It's like old school Mexican style version of like what trap music
Gangster
is.
rap.
Yeah, it's like that style.
I got this money. I got these horses.
Exactly.
I got these guns.
Yeah, and he was threatened in, I think it was Jalisco for a long time. Like, don't do your songs here. You're not welcome here. And his last performance, his last song is him on stage receiving a note. We still to this day don't know what the note is, but he like you just see his like soul leave his body, and he just like kind of wipes his brow.
I got the clip actually.
Yeah, the
right
clip
here.
exists.
And
It's really sad.
so he's
It's like,
reading the note
you're
right
gonna
there.
fucking die. We're
Yeah.
going to kill you.
And he's just like, oh, okay,
Wipes his eyebrow.
Okay.
Fucking flawless, man. It's like it's it's creepy though. It's like
It's
it's eerie watching him look.
Yeah.
Kind of absorb it, and then be like, I'm going out like this. I guess I'm going out like this. And then
And
they just start singing perfectly crisp, clean music.
and they found him the next day, like in a creek or a canal
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, he's shot dead.
And that's what's been in your head this whole time.
Dude, yeah.
God, every time. Shit. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Mine has been Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
What?
Menu theme.
Why?
Gonna take you for a ride. Because I'm collecting action figures, and I have a Street Fighter, and so I have some Street Fighter figures, and I have some Marvel characters.
I thought it was funny when you were like the new theme. I'm like, that game's like 22 years old.
Oh my God. No. I still haven't played 6 or Tekken.
That game could drink if it was.
The
And if it could
are you
drink-
talking about the Infinite?
It would drink Banquet.
Banquets. We all got banquets. We're not sponsored by Coors Banquet, but you brought a lot of Coors Banquet, and it's my new go-to beer. And I hate saying that because Marcos, as you said, what was it?
Oh, it's everyone in Lubbock likes it.
Redneck beer.
Yeah,
baby.
because they don't call it the banquet. They call it Yellow Belly.
Yeah.
Yellow Bellies.
Yellow Bellies.
And so I had my cousin's brother. He's not his actual brother. He's a family friend, but it's his brother, my brother
Always.
Ham. Brother Ham one day just got into banquets and started calling them banquets, and we're like, that's weird. And then he gave me one. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. But it wasn't until 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago? I went to Mile High Stadium in Denver, and obviously Coors is Golden, Colorado, so right in the Rocky Mountains. So I got it from down the street, and at that high altitude, having walked up a bunch of hills to go to a tailgate before the Bronco game, I had like 3 of them, and I was like, I get it now. Shit. Brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water,
Yes,
baby.
sir.
And I'm like, and then
Not
I
only
saw,
that, you were in Colorado. You could have just pulled them out of the river, bro.
I could, yeah. It would have been ice cold out the river. No, and then what's his name? Johnny from Cobra Kai.
Johnny Lawrence.
Exclusively drinks banquets, like the little tiny ones.
Oh, shit.
yeah, like in
the
the show.
little bottle one.
Yeah,
Oh,
in the
fuck.
show, he
What?
drinks. only banquet Coors.
Sick.
And so I now need I realize why parents drink light beers because you can't just do the heavy fancy ones anymore. Back then they didn't even have them, but they had the Budweiser, right? And so this might be my sit down, have one after work type of beer. And
I mean,
it's good, man.
Yeah, man.
We're going to be talking about Theos a lot on this episode.
And beers, basically, so.
But they were definitely Lone Star Light people for the most part. Some of them were Miller Light. But for the most part, I'm like, I don't care about the calorie or alcohol content. The fact that they would drink a case, 32, it could be 32 bottles of liquid, of water, and I'd still be like, dude, I'd just be pissing the entire night.
Right. My dad did Budweiser.
I mean, these are 0 calorie.
What? No way.
There's no.
I mean, it's not printed, so it's got to be 0. I have to assume it's 0.
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
You might be at the bottom of it. Let me check.
I mean, aren't they required to print it on there? The claws have it.
No, the claws want you to know they're low. Wait, these are.
No, it's there. Carbs, protein, calories, 147.
Hold on, I heard protein. There's protein in here too?
1 gram.
Probably like a gram.
1 gram of protein.
It's gluten.
It's pea protein.
But it has 1 1/4 servings, so you're getting 1 1/4 grams of protein, and you're getting 160 calories. So, really, 100 calories difference, and then I have to drink a Michelob Ultra. Just drink that, all right? Just drink that, and go on a 30-minute walk. You're fine.
Yeah.
Did you say a 30-minute walk?
30-minute, 30. I don't know how much 30. I think it's 200 for 30 minutes. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, we're all bigger guys. It doesn't take that much to burn 30 calories.
Not for us, but there's real people out there.
Jumping jacks.
Yeah. And sloshing.
I know, man. I know.
I can't do much sloshing. Sloshing is a movement I don't want to do with this old body.
I do jumping jacks and lift barrels. So
that is how you get your masterful physique, which I'd take honestly. I'm not even making fun of you. I would literally take your physique right now.
We can bring you barrels for you to live.
No, I gotta move all this shit.
And you live on the 3rd floor. You could just throw them down.
So that's how I'm gonna move. That's how I feel like I'm gonna move. I got 3 floors down, 3 floors up again. So not again. This is the first time I'm going 3 floors down. But I'm gonna have to Donkey Kong throw my fucking mattress off the 3rd floor just for convenience sake. Just wrap it in a bag, throw it off. I don't give a fuck.
I'm trying to not oust you, but just I guess regionality, north, southwest.
Oh, go 10 minutes east.
From
Literally
here?
directly across from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Go like you're going to Dutch Bros.
Yeah, he's gonna go to Dutch Bros. Do you think he drinks sugar coffee?
Bro, no. I just drink a pot before I go to work and then have another pot.
Their nitro cold brew is 0 sugar and also really good.
I can't get into cold brew. I can't get into fucking nitros. Nitro or anything, dude.
Nitro.
I like the
Pepsi.
texture. This is
Nitro.
a texture thing for me.
I can't do nitro beers. That's
Nitro beers feel like all of the flavors lost.
No, to me it feels like chocolate milk.
Man, what?
Oh, that's right. One of your favorites was a nitro chocolate, right?
Yeah.
One of your favorite beers of all time.
Double chocolate stuff.
Yeah.
top 5 alcohols.
Go back and watch.
Oh yeah, go watch that. Yeah, that was good. No,
they have protein lattes.
God bless. Emiliano, what kind of shirt are you wearing? Gamer Introvert Power says.
this is the Spider-Man 2099. I believe you can get it at if they still have it. Lunchbox. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, Lunchbox at Barton Creek Mall in
Austin, Texas.
West.
Well, there's lunchboxes
Austin,
everywhere.
Texas.
So
Really? I don't know.
yeah, it's like a chain. It's like a website that's like a chain.
I knew it was a website, and then they had like a little stand, and then they bought out or
Yeah,
rented out.
they got a bunch of Pop Funkos and some Japanese like candies.
Yeah, they have like it's just a whole bunch of crazy shit. It's really cool, and then they rotate always for like what's popular in kind of like weeb or geek culture. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm lost now. I was telling
better
you last time.
box lunch.
I'm cool.
A better version of Loot Crate.
Yeah.
Loot Crate lost its way.
Yeah, Loot Crate.
They still exist.
Kind of.
Yeah, but it's like super strictly.
There's like 3 of
subscription, I
those subscription. There's actually a lot of them. There's still the style one. There's the gym one.
I just love people realize it was all just garbage for under the $15 or $20 a box, whatever it was. Those mystery loot boxes, loot crates, and
I got some
box.
good shit out of them.
Yeah, but like with
I think Maggie still does BarkBox.
oh for dogs. I mean, yeah, dog people are weird. I'm never gonna understand them. You know what? Like,
Most people are dog people. You're the weird one.
yeah, no. I am not weird for not liking dogs and thinking
You are
dogs should
very
be
weird for
outside.
not liking dogs. It's okay.
They got to go outside. That's all I'm saying.
should go outside.
What do you mean, me?
Everyone should go outside for like 15, 20
No,
minutes.
but I'm saying they need to sleep outside in a covered doghouse.
Okay, that's another
Oh,
Theo
dogs.
perspective.
Right. Cats will die by falcon. So I guess cats can stay inside.
Well,
They're
Cats kill and destroy fucking.
Yeah,
if they're not weaklings. I heard that if you neuter a cat early enough, their head stays small. That's
mean-
like a fun thing. That makes
feel-
sense, but like,
I feel like you could
Tiny-headed
do
ass
that
cat.
with most like if I neutered a human very little, it wouldn't grow up right.
yeah, but like, what I'm saying is, we don't neuter people, therefore cats can need to be inside.
Anymore.
Well, and dogs, they're lovely singers. Watch on YouTube The Last Castrati. It's really creepy. I don't know why we did that to people. Have you ever heard that?
The what?
The Last Castrati, like the people they cut and snip.
Yeah.
Have you heard what it sounds like?
No.
Look up The Last
No.
Castrati on YouTube. It's not like
feel-
graphic. It's
Oh,
just
okay. I was gonna say,
it's
I
a person
feel like-
singing. It's like a 1901 recording, and he's like 35, 40 years old, and his voice is still like. Sounds like a spooky ghost, dude. It's creepy. It's interesting. I wonder why they did it.
You played it before.
Oh yeah, it creeped me out. So this is the castrati.
Castrato.
Yeah, these are the people. But that voice is coming out of a man. It's creepy.
I mean, you could have shown me a picture of a giraffe and told me that voice is coming out of a giraffe. No.
I can leave a dog in Texas heat. That's what dogs are for. Just why you don't get huskies.
I was gonna say it depends on what the
Yeah,
dog
you
is.
guess what? Chihuahuas are the desert dog and the hairless
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a husky. We got him a pool.
Oh yeah. You just get them
Also fair.
get some ice cubes in there for the poor dog.
Yeah.
But no, dogs. Don't take your dog to bars. If like assistance dogs, sure, of course, I get it. But like assistance ferrets, I don't get it.
I mean, Sam, I know
Stress
you're taken, but like the last time I was with the dog at the bar, I was just like, "Oh, this is easy mode. Why the fuck didn't I?"
Marcos, you're also above handsome guy. You are like lying to everybody by saying just take a dog to a bar. It's fine. They'll come up to you.
I mean-
just ignore my muscles and genuine charm.
see, if you have a dog, a girl knows that, oh, he can care for something.
Right.
It doesn't matter how ugly he is.
Time for me to have children out of wedlock then.
It's just easier to get a dog, dumbass.
Not as fun though, to be fair. Not as fun. Not as fun.
Go on free adoption day, then return it.
I didn't hear the
We're
second
only
part.
one banquet in.
Oh no, I would
I
do
also
it
had a
minus
claw.
banquet. Okay. I didn't have the claw. I am only half a banquet in, thank you very much. And-
JJ is amped. I've left him alone all day at the apartment. He
Yeah.
is ready to go.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so now you're comparing him to a dog.
Yeah, I take JJ. They're like, I can take
I
care of
wasn't
him very
taken
well.
outside today. Been in the kennel.
You guys are silly. Oh my god, sorry. Sorry, he brought mystery like flasks and I'm like, what's happening?
They're not mystery. Those are like mystery batches 76 or some shit.
Well,
Like
they don't
that.
even have tape on them.
So this is actually our next Distillery Reserve series.
Is this for the show?
release?
Should we save this for the show? It's all pre-show, but I'm just saying.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Let's save it for the show.
sure.
'cause
Yeah, we can-
we'll talk about the leading up to the. Was Putasos a proper way to call this episode?
Yeah, it was. It was.
yeah.
I actually giggled when I heard that. I was
Okay.
like, "Damn, Sam is actually on point with this one today."
Yeah, because you were like fighting in Mexican culture. I'm like, so Putasos, like right? Like the act of the leading up to the reasons. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's all. Everyone has putazos some point in their life, even me. And I don't really fight anybody, mostly because I'm afraid of lawsuits.
Well, I was locked out of the Instagram account for a little bit when we got this request. It's been in our back pocket since November.
Oh shit! Wait, are you still locked out?
No, I'm in there now.
I had the key. I had to change like the password like 5 times because he
Sorry for
changed it.
everything behind the curtain right now for you.
Yeah, no, because you guys you guys get locked out of your accounts. He got locked out. He changed the password. Then I got locked out. I said, "Fuck that." Crash everything, reset everything, and then kicked everybody out. And then And I was like, okay, who needs to be let back
And then he
in?
left. And then
Oh yeah, and then I left, and then I fucked off, and then I got sad probably, and then we were gone. It was fine.
you didn't get sad in November, but it was just kind of one of those things where I didn't want to bug you with like I need the Instagram. I because I don't.
Yeah,
but,
goddamn two-factor authentication. You can go fuck right off. Thank you for saving us and not us getting hacked, but fuck right off.
Two-factor is only good if it's like one person who runs it, like whole thing.
Yeah, but I also
Holy
don't
shit,
want.
Can confirm.
Oh yeah, he can confirm too. He is also part of a group.
And you've been locked out of your Instagram.
I am still locked out.
I do notice that. Like, I get 2 notifications.
Yeah, I got I just say reinstated, but it's,
Reincarnated.
I say reinstated, but I just got like back in like a month ago. Then some shit went down, and we had to remove somebody, and we had to reset the password, and I didn't know, so I got locked out again, and then I got put back on like 3 weeks ago. Or 2 weeks ago, and then I got a new phone, and now I'm locked back up.
There you go. So the whiskey world is fucking intense, man. Backstabbers galore.
No.
Not like podcasting. Podcasting, we all play
Just-
nicely.
Well, I was going to bring up something funny on the note of kind of podcasting.
we gotta backstab somebody?
Mostly being an influencer. Congratulations on being the first one that's part of the Mexcellence with a blue check mark.
You bought it. You bought it. I fraud.
I don't know if I bought it.
billed for it.
I say this. I applied for the blue check mark, and I haven't seen a bill on my bank statements yet.
So fucking mad.
I will say this.
We should have it. We have 20,000 followers on
I
Instagram.
will say this. Distilleries with blue check marks and people with blue check marks follow me. Y'all know Chet the Tripper?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he follows me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I'm pretty
And then
sure we
Garrison
got famous
Brothers,
people.
Garrison Brothers follows me. Master
I
Distiller.
thought it was
Garrison
funny.
Brothers
I
follows me.
met ATX Drinker at Lyft the other day, and I didn't know who he was until
Oh yeah,
an hour or two later.
I think he's blue. No, actually, I don't think he's.
You know,
blue
he's
check.
not
he
blue.
doesn't know.
Well, you follow us and for a long time, so
That
therefore
explains why he
ipso
showed
facto-
up on my For You page. Oh, this guy's cool. I'll follow him.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. I like him. I mean, we haven't had too many drinks together, but we should.
Well, the Mexcellence needs a blue check mark, but I'm not going to
Mexcellence
fucking pay
does.
for it. Ever.
Again, I don't
Someone got a pen?
think I've.
No, we don't have a pen. That
Scissors.
won't work. It won't work. It cannot be bought or sold with a Mike Fuzzy cut into the form of a blue check mark.
Yeah, so
It's a
uh,
white check mark, technically.
yeah, because it's
in a
white
blue circle,
surrounded blue
whatever.
circle, whatever. But yeah, no, I applied, and then 2 days later it popped up. So
Time to apply forever. Fun times for all. This is real fun behind the baseball, behind the curtain, behind the scenes. There's other terms for
BTS,
it.
yeah, behind the scene.
Dynamite?
What?
All right, guys, I'm going to hit the intro music now.
Maggie got that joke.
I'm just gonna let it go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Más o Menos podcast. My name is Marcos. I will be your host here today. Notice I added the S today. On my right, I have...
Emiliano Ángel Guajardo, a.k.a. Chalchitotli, a.k.a. El Whiskylero. Oh.
But we're not alone here. Across from me, in the blue mic, in the Snorlax shirt.
It's Snorlax. All right.
It's a Detroit Lions shirt.
It was to those chicks at the bar the other day.
It was when it mattered.
They were kind of Karens, so no. But I am JJS. I added the S too. And next to me we have
Samuel wearing the only shirt that was clean. I have an S in my name already, so it's
I have
covered.
2, 3.
JJ?
Jesus Jose
Oh.
Morales 4.
Well, I wanted to start with kind of sadly a little bit of... Before we get into our main topic, I wanted to...
What's our main topic?
Our main topic is fighting and when you should do it or when you should not do it and our experience with it.
After I
Always.
finish this beer.
I was going to say, it's kind of machismo, the podcast part, too. But we should probably start doing those anyway.
Yeah, we promised we'll get back to this and talk about these topics more, and then we just haven't.
Well, we wanted to get as much runway as we could. But before that, I wanted to talk about something that's legitimately pretty serious, but we're going to handle it with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek because we're not the serious guys at the end of the day. But it's my hometown. We're going to talk about Eagle Pass a little bit.
Fucker, I've been hearing all about these sons of bitches. Not the Eagle Pass people, but the other sons of bitches.
Well, yes, there's definitely a lot of sons of bitches. Well,
A lot of sons of bitches.
Lots of sons of bitches.
So for all of you that do not know about what's going on in Eagle Pass, I don't know how, I don't know why. I didn't research for anything for this topic. I just know how it's affecting my community, and basically it's just becoming a theater show for the right-wing propagandists.
Do you want me to set up what's happening entirely?
Sure. If you want to set up the back,
Yeah.
I just know that people have been crossing through that bridge legally and illegally forever.
Right.
But at some point, Eagle Pass became like this is.
Yeah, they're the apex of the invasion. Heavy air quotes for the audio listeners. So, I work in politics. This is actually one of the things we talk about. So, I'm not going to get too emotional into it because I'll get fucking mad. But essentially, Eagle Pass, Texas has been a place where they're putting concertina wire, is what they're calling it. It's fucking razor wire. When you see the junkyard razor wire on top protecting tires and beating up cars, that's what they're putting up, but on a army scale. And so they've been putting it at the border, putting razor wire buoys in that area, in the deep parts of the river to deter, air quotes heavy for the audio listeners, deter migrants from crossing. All it's doing is pushing migrants into the deeper water. Sorry, they put it in the shallow water, so put the migrants in the deeper water. They get caught in it, they get lacerated, they drown, have drowned, people have died. And with the razor wire, they've also put it on the border between New Mexico as well, because they're saying New Mexico's not taking care of their shit either. So they're just putting up fucking razor wire on all of our border, okay?
But I mean,
Well, go ahead.
Okay. All I was going to ask, in Texas, Abbott is doing it.
Abbott is doing this. Yes, sorry. To clarify.
And in New Mexico,
He's doing it at the border of New Mexico. And they were like, cut that shit out.
bordering
So
us against-
Texas into New Mexico, Greg Abbott, the governor, is putting wire there. I think they might have pulled that one down, but essentially as much as he can. And he's doing this as a part of a thing called Operation Lone Star, where he spent like 12, 14, 15 billion dollars, arrested like a couple thousand people, and then have like legally finally arrested like one person. Like it was trespassing on some guy's farm. Huge waste of money, huge waste of time, a big circus, if you will. What's happening now is the Biden administration saying, hey, cut it out. Stop doing that. We're in charge of protecting, the federal government's in charge of protecting the borders. Abbott's saying, fuck you. There's an unregulated invasion. We're taking over. And Eagle Pass, we're going to keep putting razor wire. And there's a park in Eagle Pass that they've taken over entirely. Shelby Park, where I don't know if it's super important to y'all. That's the one thing I don't know. Shelby Park's super important to the community.
Well, that is the part once the thing gets painted.
Well, to finish it, because I'm almost done. They're just putting state trooper trucks. They're putting the supplies, everything there. So no park for the people. The state just took it over, said no park, and didn't talk to the mayor, didn't talk to the people. The people of Eagle Pass are unhappy about it. The mayor's unhappy about it. It's just a big mess. So then they sent the fucking feds down to say, hey, border state troopers, get the fuck out of their way. We're in charge of the border. Cut all this shit. They say, no, we're not doing it. Goes to the Supreme Court. The conservative Supreme Court comes back 5-4, says, cut that shit. That's unconstitutional. Federal government controls the border. Leave it alone. Chip Roy, Greg Abbott, all the fucking pendejos in leadership for the Republican State Party are saying, we're going to defy the federal government and keep putting up wire. And 26 states, I believe, are in support of it. Like a bunch of bumfuck stupid ass states that don't have a border to Mexico are like, hell yeah, go do it.
I say we defy the state government and allow abortions.
Yeah.
Hoopla.
So all of this bullshit is happening in your guys' subtle and quiet hometown scene. That's the scene. It's craziness. It sounds crazy, but yes, there is a acting governor defying the federal government and the conservative Supreme Court, who we don't even fucking like anyway. So,
you think he'd have this much energy if he could walk?
I have to plead the fifth on that on behalf of where I work.
I think he's got this much energy because he can't walk.
The hate,
or
just,
at least hate. Yeah,
the
at least
hate can't
maybe not
flow
energy, but
so
hate.
far, so it just stays
Yeah.
in his coccyx area,
Yeah.
in his soul.
They've
But,
also,
yeah.
but they've also
He's got beef with God, and he's taking it out on the border.
Right. Also, he passed a law saying nobody can get paid out like he did because he got into, I believe, a ski accident and hit a tree.
No.
Or something.
Well, it was,
Yeah, he was walking downtown apparently,
And a tree
then
fell
a tree
on him.
fell on him. Yeah,
Slipped on a banana peel.
Yeah. and so he got hurt, got a payout, and then passed the law saying nobody can get paid out like that.
yeah.
Fuck you if you're paralyzed, because
Yeah.
Greg Abbott's paralyzed from the waist down. I
he put
believe.
a max for how much
So
you get paid
close. You were so close with that lightning bolt.
Right, or whatever caused it, right? But anyway, that's where we're at. That's the seed. And it is convoluted, but that's what's happening.
Well, the only thing that, because like I said,
All I heard was old man throws temper tantrum.
Right.
I mean, that is accurate.
Well, actually, no. It's old man is sowing fucking treasonous acts because now there's a caravan of protect the border dipshits that are going to go cause violence on the border, and it's not gonna, and it's going to be
Well, I mean,
the Boston Massacre
that
again
is
and shit if
that
they
is
don't
a good
fucking
place
play it
to
right.
start for the
Right.
most part, because I didn't want to get into this through a political lens too much, even though we will, because I mean that's what we do here. But it's just one of those things where I wanted to talk about black and white. This is how it's affecting the community.
Right, and that's what matters because all this bullshit doesn't matter. The people are saying, "Oh, there's a big invasion." No, there's fucking not. And if you don't want there to be a quote unquote invasion, if you want people to be
The
properly
invasion
vetted,
is
sorted-
from like
Russia.
everyone that Abbott's been inviting into the state.
Well,
Yeah.
those goddamn tech companies.
no, he's talking
There's
about
been, like-
the other 28 states. That's who.
those-
the other
those
28
pendejos, yeah.
states,
Yeah.
fucking Florida state troopers were in Eagle Pass the last time I was there.
Florida state troopers have been there a year and a half, and they're still there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck are Florida doing there?
Also, I
Set the
didn't
southern
say Russians to like be like funny.
Incendiary.
I genuinely mean Russians because if you go to oh my god, other side of what's the Progreso? Jesus Christ.
yeah.
If you go to Progreso right now and you like go hang out, whatever, and then you cross back and you crossing back into the U.S., there's a whole bunch of tents, a whole bunch of people camped out. Not one of them speaks English nor Spanish because all they speak is Russian. Because it's literally a bunch and hundreds of Russians who fled Russia and Ukraine and gone into Mexico thinking that it was so easy to smuggle themselves through the border.
Right.
And lo and behold, it's not.
Right.
Even if you're white. So I recommend checking out Rio Grande Valley 956, I think is the Instagram page. And they like walk up and down the entrance of the U.S. going into the U.S. side. I think it's Rio Grande Valley. It's spelled out all the way. And they stopped to interview a Russian woman because they're like, all of these people are not Mexican immigrants, not Venezuelan refugees. They're literally all white, blonde hair, blue eyes. Yep, this is the page. Russian peoples.
Right.
Let me see. And this was posted, I think, yesterday.
Well, I mean, while we look for that clip, I just want to say that I think when Obama was running in 2012, they were also arguing about immigration, but the problem is then they were a little bit more realistic. I remember a point that was made on the campaign trail was Mexicans don't really cross anymore. The economy has gotten a lot better in Mexico. The term OTM really took over with Border Patrol agents because it was other than Mexicans crossing over. Mm-hmm. And my friend Alfred actually worked in one of the camps where they process people, kind of thing.
Processing areas.
He's like, dude, it's a lot of Haitians, it's a lot of El Salvadorians, it's
right.
not
It's further southern Central Americans coming through Mexico.
Damn, what the fuck?
You still looking for it? Because I can add to this other thing real quick. What was I going to add to it? Right now, and then the Biden administration has a bill that they're trying to pass. It is bipartisan. It's super tough on migrants. A lot of people who are supportive of migrant communities are saying it's actually too harsh. But, I mean, they're trying to pass something that is bipartisan and Republicans are evil. So, Republicans are saying, no, we don't want to do that, strictly because, not because they disagree with it, but because it'll give Biden a win in an election year.
Well,
so
that's the theatrics.
so that's what I'm saying. That's part of the, like, they don't want to do this because at the end of the day, it's fun and easy to raise money on being afraid. And the border always gets real spooky in 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020. Oh, wow, 2024. What do you know? It's scary again. So just be mindful of that. It's not really happening. And if it were happening, it happened fucking here in the city.
Every year there's an Olympics.
It's the Olympics that causes this.
You'd think we want as many people.
Right? Something fast.
This is why we have so many golds. I get it now.
Hold on. Cut to 2000's joke of we have the fastest swimmers and jumpers from Mexico on the USA team. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Superman.
Piece
I
of
was about to say
shit.
the only.
Super.
Also an immigrant.
Also an immigrant.
Well, I mean, to go back to how it's affecting the hometown. So when it comes to the park, I always just thought it was weird that they picked Shelby Park as like.
And the one that's like right there by the bridge.
Yeah, it's right by the bridge. Actually, this is one of the clips that I wanted to show because there is a little bit of tongue in cheek to this.
Yes. I love the golf. I saw this and I was like, where does this like
Happen.
and I
So they were holding them under the bridge to process them. If you don't know how it should work, and this is before politics get involved. You cross if you have a case that is just like, hey, I'm a refugee. That's legal. That is legal to do.
Legal migrants. Yes.
Yeah. And the Border Patrol agent isn't actually supposed to act like a fucking Alabama offensive lineman and just push you away. Like they're actually supposed to like, all right, we'll welcome you in kind of deal. And then you end up in these kind of places where you're processing. And this is just a little bit of tongue in cheek that can happen in Eagle Pass.
Playing golf on the border in Eagle Pass, Texas. Mexicans are tight.
bro,
Mexicans are great. Mexicans are the greatest.
dog, fucking amazing. I saw. So I will go to. Well, no, I'm just gonna talk about this thing. But there was a string of clips that my cousins, who are all in the Valley, South Texas, shout out Ed Calchenza, they sent like a string of links, and it's just like. Can't take Mexicans anywhere, and like this was one of those.
Right, these people are looking for work. They're tired.
Oh yeah,
caused long stretches of water and desert, and they're just fucking jolly as shit watching some guy.
See all the clips of Mexicans at the World Cup?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
And
like the team that won
in
that beat the
Qatar?
team.
No. It was in Qatar, right?
Right.
Oh,
The
that
last
was
one?
Yeah, that's right.
And there was a dude dressed like a Saudi, but he was Mexican, and he was just telling people like, no, you can't do that, you can't do that. And they'd be like all freaked out, like, oh shit, what's gonna? And then he'd be like, no te creas, güey.
We look like fucking Saudis. We got Saudi down the line in the Spaniards, like Saudis, all that Middle Eastern, the Moors, all that mix.
Yeah.
That's part of the Spain that ended up in Mexico, so they look like them. Shit, you put a head or an outfit, headdress or an outfit on me, I look just like those guys, man.
Yeah,
So-
man. That was the scary thing during like when they were hunting down Saddam.
Oh yeah,
Because there was like rumors and beliefs that like he was coming through Mexico.
Right.
And at the time they only had pictures of when he was like had a beard.
right.
And I was like, oh, bro, holy shit. He looks exactly like my abuelo. Like,
Right.
I was like, we don't need a call. Like, we got, fucking Saddam at HEB and fucking
San Antonio.
Couch. Like, yeah, fuck. Oh, dude.
No, that's Pepe, man. Why'd you shoot Pepe?
Yeah.
Fuck. That's not Saddam.
But to get to the most serious point, so if you've listened to the Sport Podcast, we complained for a little bit about how because Abbott feels that Austin is unsafe, we're overrun with state troopers here in Austin.
Right.
You really can't drive like more than a block without running into one.
The fucking mayor is an idiot. He goes, yeah, we're low on cops. Austin is low on cops. Nobody wants to be a cop in Austin. And he goes, hey, we need some help with some state troopers. Can you bring some in? Not calling anybody. And they were like, yeah, we'll send them in. in like 2 weeks, they fined like black and Mexicans like 70% more on speeding tickets than usual. And then the mayor was like, all right, time for you guys to get out. And they're like, nah, we're staying. And here they are. Literally, that's how it went down. Like, they just started ticketing the shit out of black and Mexican people at a abhorrently higher rate. And now they're here still, so...
Well, it's that problem on steroids in Eagle Pass to a degree where it's just kind of like they brought in more Border Patrol agents, they brought in the National Guard, they brought in Florida fucking state troopers, they brought in all these people that have nothing to do. And then, I mean, our town's infrastructure is not meant to hold that many people. It hasn't grown to that point.
When we went with Jordan, it was hard to find a hotel.
Yeah, because they're all staying in hotels.
Fucking shit, dude.
So they all come to the town. They're not really paying for anything because it's a government stipend. If you've ever had a government job, they just are kind of like, sure, $150. That's fine. So the worst hotels in Eagle Pass are charging the Motel 6 was $240.
Fucking A.
Holy
fuck. That's not good for the people.
I don't even know if there's Motel 6 during South by here that are 200.
Motel 6s? Yeah, they're skeezy, man.
Wow.
And let alone the fact that you have all these extra people. They're really bored for the most part. Because like I said, you're not over there fucking guarding the bridge like you're in Afghanistan. You're just fucking
standing
there trying to like look men.
And cooters can only do so much.
I'm gonna say gay doesn't work at the casino anymore, so it's not fun anymore. So it's like
it wasn't even fun when I worked there because I was kept in another kennel.
so Eagle Pass fun, casino, cooters, and Mexico is what it sounds like.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if they can go to Mexico.
Right, I'm sure they can't.
They'll probably get shot.
They'll see a mustache and be like, cop.
Yeah.
And to get into the more serious things about what's happening, so there's all this extra infrastructure. So when they put up all the Constantine wire and
razor wire,
yeah,
it's fucking razor wire
underneath the bridge and stuff.
But Constantine sounds cooler.
Concertina. I don't even know where it comes from. It's just razor wire, but I hate because it sounds nicer.
I heard Constantine and I was like, God damn, they got that John Wick wire.
Yeah, I actually thought that made it sound worse.
I don't know. Razor wire sounds like you know what it is. It's bloody and it's disgusting.
Yeah, no,
Concertina sounds like a hot Latina woman. Actually,
I thought it sounded like a really bad Spanish spell. Like, Constantina.
No, it's I don't know. I
Find the other Horcrux.
But sorry, like I said, we're gonna handle this with a little bit of tongue in cheek, and it is a serious thing.
It's very
because
serious.
At this point, when the National Guard took it over, which I also thought it was funny that all these people are like, "Oh, the National Guard, like we're standing up to the federal government." I'm like, the people that work once a month and can't pass a physical fitness test. All right, whatever, guys. But
I like the way The Simpsons described it. You only work one weekend a month, and most of that time you're drunk off your ass.
Speaking
but
of, can you get me another?
but they legit blocked the boat that the Border Patrol uses to go in and help patrol the area. There's always these stories because I still have a mild disgust of the Border Patrol agents, but they legit did go around in their airboat and help people in the water.
Right.
Mild
Right.
disgust?
I'm being nice.
Well, no. Well, like they're not supposed to actively harm people, which is the point. Like, so if you see a fucking person drowning that's trying to cross, you pick them out and process them, make sure they're kosher. That's the dream, right? You're not supposed to put razor wire so fucking babies fucking get razor wired to death and drown. Like, or cut water bottles of people leaving water in the desert to make sure that they have things to drink. You don't just go around cutting that shit, which they have done.
Yeah,
So-
you're also not supposed to like shoot defensive people of color. You know, like at this point, like it's like we know what they're not supposed to do,
Right.
but in no capacity has any law enforcement actually done what they're supposed to do in this country. So, you know, we can talk about what they're not supposed to do all day. I just think that
Yeah, I was like, has a cop done anything cool and like heroed out? Like anywhere in the nation.
Here's the thing, of course,
No, I meant
there's
like
always-
heroed out though. I'm talking about doing the right thing is their fucking job. That's the bare minimum.
but
solving crimes, saving people. I'm talking about somebody some John Wick shit that like took out some black and white baddies,
only one I can think of
like
is
clear cut and dry bad.
I was about to say the only one I can think of is a Border Patrol agent, and that was in Uvalde.
Yeah.
Oh,
Took-
yeah,
no,
when
wait.
they actually like finally went in.
Not the kids.
No, it was a border patrol agent.
It was a
that
border
went in.
patrol
wait,
agent
wait,
that
with
was
the
like,
kids?
"Fuck you
Yeah.
guys."
With the kids?
Yeah.
Took him 75 fucking minutes. Fuck
That was-
him.
Well, no, so
that's the cops. He
yeah,
was
that's the cops. He said "fuck you" and like broke
And ran in.
like ran in.
But yeah.
yeah. So here's the thing.
Does
We're also
RoboCop
not-
You'll find. That's why we like RoboCop.
But that's the
RoboCop shoots bad guys in the dick.
we're also not like defending. Like we get it. There's always like a good person, but in the end, if the good, like if the bad outweighs the good, and the good has no capability to like be louder than the bad, it's all just
It's-
fucking null and void. It doesn't fucking matter.
The soundbite
I'm sorry.
that like conservatives or Republicans, the right side likes to use is it's a couple of bad apples. They're forgetting the second half of that motto, which is couple of bad apples spoils the bunch.
Yeah,
The bunch done been spoiled.
Yeah.
Right.
You're confirming this. If you're using that little fucking idiom,
Right.
finish it.
Yep. Yeah. 100%.
You're like Green Goblin with the grandma at the end. Finish it! Finish it! Spoils the bunch! Godspeed, Spider-Man.
But yeah.
Now, if all the cops were Green Goblin armored, that'd be fucking tight. I think they were cool
I
no matter what.
don't.
And
I
that
don't
would- no.
No, I'm not saying they get the injection. I'm saying they got the suit.
No, I don't.
and
I
the
don't
glider.
want them to be even more
Yeah,
protected.
don't give them ideas.
Well, that's the thing. It's not going to work for another 50 years, probably, that type of flight, so they just die and fall off.
Yeah, but I have kids unlike you. They will have to deal with
They're
it.
not going to blow up your house, ideally. Ideally. You might get swatted.
I was about to say, there's a lot of examples of cops that blew up a place.
Misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen. Sorry. I'm just going to start doing Spider-Man Green Goblin monologues.
But yeah, I mean, at least the conservatives are doing nothing but being theatrical about it. As you said, there was a bill that was
Theatrical means it's fucking a good performance. It's a fucking circus. It's fucking clowns.
Their
and
clowns are clapping,
dipshits.
so that's what I mean. That
Yeah.
that it is a good performance to that base.
Right.
That being said, the actual things that like you could do to, even if you're a super conservative that believes illegal immigration might be stopped, no one is passing laws like Ron DeSantis that go after the employers for hiring illegal immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is letting Joe Biden pass that law that's like, hey, you need to fill out the paperwork before you get to the border.
Right.
That's basically all it does. And I'm just like, no one's doing either of those things.
Anything.
Yeah.
No one's doing anything.
They just want to do all these things that seem cool.
Right.
And I say seem cool. Like, congratulations. That clip that I just showed of the fucking golf carts, that's just where the concertina wire is. Like, it's
Right.
not doing anything really.
Right. They're clapping. They're like, okay, well, I guess we're waiting here. Also, like, oh God, I might get this number wrong, but let's say at least 3 Border Patrol people just fucking killed themselves just because. Just
Yeah, they're
out
bored
there,
out. They're bored out of their mind.
Yeah, they're bored. They're alone with their thoughts. They're not on the right side of history, and they get fucking sad and they kill themselves. And that's what's been happening. It's not the migrants doing it. There's not combat on the border if that's what you're thinking. No, they're fucking offing themselves because of whatever reason. Do I want that? No, of course not. I don't want people to be doing that shit.
think, like-
but that's what's happening.
Yeah, and then-
that's the result of these actions.
Yeah.
People are dying.
And I think in the end, like that's also, it's like they killed themselves. However you want to see it, they killed themselves. The
good times.
fortunate part of that, and if there's like a silver lining, is that we're just in an age of like, I love that clip. We're in an age where, thankfully, fucking internet, you see all of it. Anybody right now, fucking Border Patrol, Coast Guard, whatever the fuck not, you can still go to the border. There's museums and places along the border
Right.
that you can just go and fucking like visit.
Right.
And you can see that there's already a wall. 2, it is a shit ass wall.
Right. Yep.
3, parts of it are the parts
Panels.
that
You just walk right
yeah,
through.
but parts are like the parts that Trump built, and they are shit. And that's where all your fucking tax money went to for fucking years, and still in some cases. And so it's just like it's all a joke. But having those people who did kill themselves, again, however you want to see it, they did. But they now, like, it's it's a point in time where they're being held to their fucking responsibility, and they're seeing it. Their families are seeing it. Their friends are seeing it. Their entire community is seeing it. And one way or another, they're gonna say like, "Holy shit!" Like you either. Unfortunately, there's such a divide. You're either gonna say you're a fucking hero for doing all this, or you're a real piece of shit. And like, if you come back, like we're not gonna like. We don't want you in our town,
Right?
Yeah. It's just a joke. It's a fucking joke, and they kill themselves because, like you said, they're on the wrong side of history, and they're
not being treated well. They're not being
100%.
Yeah, let me know. The state's not taking care of them. Like they
100%.
catch that shit. If your job and you're going there and you go to your job and you're like, say it, and nobody fucking notices at your office job, then that's fucking someone's gonna get upset. Someone's gonna get fucking a call where your boss was like, anybody notice he's fucking not looking good or feeling good? And they're like, no, we didn't have any training. We don't have any mental health services. We don't have any of this. We don't have any of that. As the fucking state government, they could suck my balls. That's the $12 billion is what they're spending as state money. There's a 37 million, sorry, million? Billion? There's a big ass surplus in this fucking state. Wait, we could have had fucking potholes fixed.
Yeah.
New bridges. You're talking about infrastructure in Eagle Pass. She had built half that shit back up on state money. We had a surplus. We could fund schools. But no, we're doing all this fucking song and dance.
Yeah, and then also we just lost
From a guy that can't dance.
We're doing song and dance with a guy who can't fucking dance.
We lost like control of where like a lot of our tax funding went into when we're talking about like public schools. So neighborhood schools just
fuck
got
vouchers.
Like,
Fuck
fucked and
vouchers.
shit. Yeah.
Anyway, but the people, going back to the meme.
No, I pretty much made every.
Oh no, I'm Branson, motherfucker. I hate this guy.
Oh yeah.
This is my bread and butter.
I don't.
Oh yeah. No, believe
shit.
me. I mean, shit.
I don't want to make light of suicide, and I also don't like making fun of my hometown. But anyone ever see in Bruges?
Shit.
But
However,
anyone ever see that movie in Bruges?
Yeah, I remember that with Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. You know how he fucking hates Bruges, but he has to pretend to like it, like blah blah blah. Then at the end, he gets shot, and it's like ambiguous whether or not he lives or dies. His internal monologue, and you hear it. He's like, "Man, if I do die, this is hell. Dying in Bruges." That's kind of how I feel about Eagle Pass. Man, this is hell.
Jesus.
Dying in Eagle Pass.
Dying in Eagle Pass. We don't want any more people to die in Eagle Pass. Fuck the governor's bitch ass. Fuck all of the Texas Republicans in power.
Also,
and fuck you if you support them.
Also, what fucking blows my mind is for however fucking like proud Republican or right wing or conservative fucking Texans are, you really want this fucking shit ass who let the goddamn University of South California on the fucking Capitol and let their band play after they beat UT in Austin be the fucking governor of this goddamn state? Fuck you. I'm sorry. That's my thing. But fuck you. I know you.
You can have guns. You can have guns on campus. You can have guns on campus, but you can't have dildos on campus.
Sammy, I love you, and I like.
Oh, fuck USC.
Fuck
USC.
I love my peoples in Cali, but fuck Greg Abbott for letting USC on the fucking Capitol, letting their band play, especially after they beat us here in fucking Austin. Fuck you and fuck you.
Hold on. In a rare moment of brotherhood, fuck USC. UCLA, go Bruins, you fuckers. Also go Gauchos, but mostly go Bruins for football because we don't have a football team. So yeah,
we go
spoiled children. Fuck them.
I close with this. Greg Abbott, look what I can do.
And even proverbially, he don't stand for shit. So even proverbially,
this last clip isn't from Eagle Pass, but we're gonna go to a cartel member to see what his solution to everything is.
Coyote. It says cartel, but there.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
But that's also it's just like it's funny how
the spooky coyotes. It's a guy in a puffy jacket, and a fucking mask, doing whimsical nonsense.
He literally pulls the fucking GM from the Last Dance, Jordan.
Right. That's an office reaction. You guys like Jim Halpert? Why not like the coyote?
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back. We'll be back with our main topic.
That's right. Hey, folks, it's about that time. Valentine's Day is coming up. You have somebody out there you probably love, man, woman, anybody out there, they, them, anybody you love. For the most part, we're human, and we all have hair. And here's the thing. Some people don't really like a lot of body hair on the person that they love or on themselves, or the person that they love don't like it on themselves. Well, here's the thing. I got a little bit of hair. It's right there, but I keep it nice, trim, and tight. Thanks to the fine folks at Manscaped. Manscaped has been a sponsor of The Excellence for years now, and they provide the best in men's and people grooming all over, and it starts at the top with the Elite Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. Check it out. It's got everything you need, from trim to aftercare. The all-inclusive kit has everything you need to feel clean, cut, and confident after you're done taking care down there. Head north to get rid of those pesky nose and ear hairs. Yeah, that's right. It comes with the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Groin and Body Hair Trimmer. I've been using that lately, and I have been so squeaky clean in the places that I need to be. And there's also the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer. I have the 1.0 still. Guess what? It still works wonderful, but that new technology, so much more fun to use. And you got the Crop Soother Ball Aftershave Lotion, Crop Preserver, Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant, Magic Mat, Disposable Shaving Mats, Boxers 2.0 Midnight. It's got the Jewel Pouch, protects your huevos, and the Shed 2.0 Toiletry Bag. I got the 1.0. The 1.0 is still holding strong. Imagine what the 2.0 can do for you. So get yourself one of those up to 3XL on the boxer sizes. Or if you don't quite have all that scratch, or if you already have some of these products, you can move on to the Perfect Package 5.0. It's just the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the Crop Soother, Crop Preserver, Magic Mat, and the Shed Toiletry Bag. Don't need to get the underwear. Some people already got enough underwear, and they're very protective of what they put on their nuts. Well, I love using the Manscaped. And last but not least, the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Oh my God, Beard Hedger. AC adapter and USB-C cable, beard shampoo, beard conditioner, beard oil, beard balm, travel bag, and it's got the beard accessory kit with the beard brush, the beard comb, and the beard scissors. Here's the thing about the Beard Hedger. It's got the zoom wheel. It adjusts, and you can get yourself nice and tapered on the side very easily. It's the easiest face grooming tool, and it makes my beard so luscious and wonderful. And you can have a luscious beard and a smooth body, or a nice and trim body, or a nice and trim under down there, using coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping. That's right. MEX20 gives you 20% off and free shipping off everything at manscaped.com. Get ready for Valentine's Day. It's about that time. Order now to make sure that you get it in time. If you don't, you're going to be really, really hairy, and that's not a good time unless you're into that. But you're not being advertised to right now. It's the people who want to look and have nice, even hairs on their body. Your balls, your face, and I will thank you if you use coupon code MEX20 at 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Manscaped.com, your balls and face, and I will thank you. Dang Skippy. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk, not you and me. We're not in that type of relationship. But you out there may be having sex right now. Maybe, well, right now, that'd be a little bit exciting. But at the same time, like George Lucas says, faster, more intense. Anyway, that was his acting advice. Star Wars fans know. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. If you actually, however, we are talking about that. Because if you want to be faster, more intense, but not in the acting mode, in the sexual mode, you can use our friends at Joy Mode. Here's the thing, folks. Joy Mode has been a sponsor for this month, actually. They're a brand new sponsor, and we have been given a nice test of their little sachets that they have. You mix it in some water, you drink it up about 45 minutes before you need a little boost of energy, a little vigor in your body. Now, whether that's for a sexual purpose, you might be wanting to work out and have a little extra pump, or I'm about to be moving myself and my girlfriend, and I might need a little extra oomph just to get the blood flowing so that I have the muscles and the energy to do all that stuff. But you know what? It's called Joy Mode, and it's called the Sexual Performance Booster because it is the natural way to boost your sexual energy. So it supports your erection quality. You can perform with confidence, and with coupon code MEX20, you can get 20% off and free shipping. That's right. With MEX20, you can get 20% off and free shipping. You just go to usejoymode.com/MEX20, and the coupon code should automatically go inside there. And It contains the right amount of L-citrulline, arginine, nitrate, Panax, ginseng, and vitamin C to boost nitric oxide production, increase drive, and enhance blood flow. If you want all that, you got it right here. Don't worry about those weird boner pills at the gas station. You don't know what the hell's going to happen with those. Headaches, weird animals on the top promising you all sorts of things. Well, this right here is just promising you to get into joy mode. So get into joy mode. You know, sports there's beast mode, sex there's joy mode. So be sure to use coupon code MEX20 at usejoymode.com/MEX20 and get on with yo getting on. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And if you're still having sex right now, thanks to joy mode right now, faster, more intense. Be right back. Man, those were the days.
I actually never really saw my uncles fight.
Same.
Yeah, also same.
Verbal. Never, and like it never.
Verbal, yes.
The
all the
mantra was
time.
already given away, so it's like, there's nothing to fight over.
Right. Like, yeah, like fighting over like trifling things, not a big deal. Getting sad was more of our jam, I think. I think our family is like we are angry most of the time, so when we drink, we don't get angry, we get sad, and I think that's not nice, but more acceptable. I think to just cry a little bit or to get emotional.
Well, my aunts definitely fought. Like my uncles didn't, but my aunts fought like
fist
several
fight?
times. Yeah,
Shit.
full on fight with spatulas is my most.
Christ.
Yeah,
That sounds like a what do you call it? Like
That's a good book title.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Fighting with spatulas.
Sounds like a quote or saying.
Story.
Special.
No, the only like my mom did some fighting.
they were literally like cooking. Like it was like carne asada. Like not to be super sexist, but like the men go outside and cook the steak, and the women were inside cooking the rice and beans.
happens.
I don't know what happened, and I walked back, and they were just.
Full on.
Full on sword fight.
I was gonna say somebody bring in the abracadabra from fucking
Harry Potter.
yeah.
Prepare to die. No, there was only one. I missed this because I wasn't there. There was the only piece of modern violence my mom has committed. Because back in the day, my mom used to Tekken DLC confirm, right? You shut up. No, so my mom historically one time drop kicked a dude that was messing with her sisters. Like this is a grade school. But like in the projects, messing with her sisters, she saw it and goes, "No time to think, run, jump, drop kick, boom into the chest, like full on like Michael Jai White drop kick." The kid ran off, whatever. So
That's on my bucket list.
to drop kick somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't like
Kid drop kick.
She
No,
did it
to drop kick somebody.
before age 10. She already knocked that off. But that lay dormant for a long time.
I remember that was a hypothetical you brought up to me. Like, what if you were guaranteed to win in a fight with a drop kick? I was like, well, I guess I'm starting a bunch of fights with a drop kick.
I gotta figure it out. But no, so cut to many years later, that
This
monster
guy just bumped into me.
that monster lies dormant. And my grandfather passed away, and she has a bunch of sisters. And apparently, I guess just tensions were high. They were sad. People were mourning, whatever. And my aunt is allergic to oranges, and somebody had a bowl of oranges behind her. And she starts freaking out. Oh my God, I'm gonna get sick. They're not peeled, they're not cut. She's fine. Oh my God, I'm gonna get sick from the oranges. I'm gonna get sick. Fucking grabs a fucking pan dulce from halfway across the room. Fucking snipes her in the face.
How old was the pan
This
dulce?
was like, probably a day old. Or maybe fresh. I don't know.
I was gonna say a day old is like rock.
Day old.
All that sugar
It's
like
important, yeah.
recrystallizes.
And she just like fucking Joe Montana fucking spiral. Bah!
I mean, there's one pan dulce that's even called piedras.
No. I believe it was a concha based off of the fist grip. Because, like, there's different shapes. Like, if it was like the fucking pig, it would have been a little more of a knuckleball. But no, it was. You get it. There was no
I was about to
spin.
say the concha is like fucking spiraled.
Yeah, the concha's big, a half circle. So if you're palming it, it's like a ball. It's fine. But then it discs out. The little fucking pig, it's a fucking gingerbread, so it's
Almost
hard
like
already. So you have to whatever. Point is, she's fucking 50.
It's a batarang in pig form.
Right. She's 63, 64 years old, 65 years old, throwing this at another 60-year-old. And like, she's freaking out about oranges. I'm trying to come up with a Mexican name. Shut up, Graciela. Whatever. That's the wrong name. But like, she just fucking did it. And I heard this like after I got back into town. Mom threw a bread at the Graciela. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on over here? But that was the only violence. The only other violence that happened. I know I'm putting a little bit of too much tea out there, but my grandma.
I mean, they don't watch this. I mean,
Yeah, sometimes it's okay.
Yeah, but like my grandma, my other grandma, my dad's mom, sometimes a little dramatic, and my dad was a little upset with her, whatever, and he got into an argument. He walked out and he slammed the door, and whatever. He slammed the door, walked out, drove home. The story that my grandma told, however, allegedly, rest in peace, Grandma, I hope I'm not lying on you, was that my dad slammed the door in her fingers and her face. That's not true. My dad is not a monster for a tiny little 80-year-old lady. So my dad's younger brother hears this. My sweet old, baby tiny grandmother. When my older brother heard her, I'm about to fight. Because now these two are thick as thieves. They're best friends, my brother, or my dad and his brother. And one of them steps up, and they can fight. Both of them can fight, and they're both 45, 50 years old. They're way too old to be doing this shit. And my uncle goes, hey, what was this you did to Grandma or Ma? And he's like, I didn't do that. I just slammed the door. And then my dad says one of the most ballerest shits ever. He goes, it's not going to be cheap. He says that to his brother. And so his brother looks at him and goes, and turns around and walked to his car and walked away. Because, look at, like, to say that to a motherfucker who's going to fight you, because my uncle's crazy, of the two. My dad is insane and my uncle's crazy. He would have fought him for my grandmother's honor if all of it were true.
Yeah.
Part of him knew it wasn't true, which it wasn't. And the other part of us, even if the intent was to make an example, it's not going to be cheap is a fucking banger of a fucking phrase.
Bro, that's either going to start or stop.
Right.
Like, that's
Yeah, because if you fight...
My credit's good, bitch.
Right. If it's not going to be cheap means you're going to lose a tooth, you're going to have a black eye, you're not going to get this easy is what you're going to say. It's going to hurt. Even if you beat me up. My dad was a little guy growing up. He's not afraid to get beat up. He got beat up all the time in the projects. So a guy who kind of had a growth spurt and is not afraid to fucking lose, that's a hard fight to win.
100%.
Not to lose. You won't lose the fight, but to win it is another story. Yeah. And so that's the level of deterrent we have in this family. Like, we all are willing to fight, but we all don't want to, because if we do, it's just going to get nasty. And that's why I don't fight. Me and you almost but actually, we can bring that up now or later.
We'll bring it up later. Because right now, I wanted to look back into like what our backgrounds.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: it doesn't surprise me, but also I'm like, I'm ready for this.
I don't think we've told the story. I think we'll tell it fully now.
I think we vaguely talked. Yeah. But no, actually, we did go into detail on a Thanksgiving episode, so maybe no one watched.
Real quick, I want to say good luck, Lil Hawkins.
Lil Hawkins, what's it?
GRE.
Popping in to say, setting for, what's the GRE? Congrats, cool.
Oh,
fuck
shit.
it.
Hey,
You got it, Lil Hawkins.
fucking
Education.
salud, yeah.
You got it.
Cheers.
Listen to us. You're smart. If you listen to us, you watch us, you're smart
I
anyway.
don't think he's smart if he listens to me. I'm about to say a lot of dumb shit.
It's all right. I've already put 2 bits of too much info on my family. You got it.
I'm here. I got a master's.
No.
Hey.
I can get a
You can
master's.
do it.
I just have to apply myself and do it and spend the money, and I don't want to do at least 2 of those things.
But
The money part for sure.
Me and my brother share a brain cell. Right now, he's got it.
He's holding it for the weekend.
He's
got a
holding it for
project.
this episode.
Wait,
Yesterday.
It was his birthday, so he's holding the brain cell to celebrate.
I was about to say
That was
JJ's,
my gift to him.
JJ's drinking alcohol. He doesn't need it right now.
Exactly. He's fine.
It's like, I'm just going to end up killing him.
But
The Little Hawkins real quick
Oh,
says,
I'm a she.
But I think we also just genuinely use like man as like a just kind of like, hey bro, or hey dog, like, hey, so no love lost, nonetheless, go and get it. Yeah, go and get it. Have
she's
fun.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
We believe in you.
We believe. I can't.
And if you don't believe in yourself, believe in the me that believes in you.
And I can't feminize my congratulations. You go, girl. There you go. I got it. Death Rabbit also donating 2 subs. Tier 1 subs.
One to me.
Gifted 38 in total to this channel, and is currently number 2 in the power rankings this month. Well, you got one more day. If anybody wants to, if you want to take over number 1 from Christina, it's only 5 more. So,
Oh, that's right. Thursday is the 1st.
there you go. So, Darth Rabbit, be number 1, be Christina. She don't need the throne again.
But anyway,
We've met her now.
But
That's
she
cool.
looks so good on it.
that's literally her Instagram picture. But no, yeah, we are just going back right now to just kind of look at just our history with like, because I don't think any of us
History of violence.
Yes, that is a more dramatic way of saying it. My dad, throughout my whole life, never really fought outside of me, but that's a different story.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, fought you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone fights. I meant like play fighting into real fighting sometimes, kind of thing. Yeah.
My dad was too old. I had my older brother.
I didn't have any brothers, so
That's fair.
My dad would come home and just like spear me. Like
Fucking Goldberg.
like a Goldberg level spear.
fucking Rhino from ECW.
Is that a joke, or did he do some form of that for real?
No, yeah, he
It's a
really,
roughhouse. That was his roughhouse. Was a body
yeah.
spear.
it wasn't a full on like Goldberg spear.
Yeah,
like
he would
I
come up and
flipped
just
5 times. But yeah, he would tackle me, headlock me,
Fucking great.
and jackhammer me.
I mean, like I do think, like even though your dad was older, like at some point, like you were 3 or 4, and he was just like, "Come on."
Right. Let's wrestle.
To this day, I believe that like pressure points don't work on me because my dad used all of them. Like if we were walking, like if we took a vacation to like Six Flags or whatever, and we were just like randomly walking, like, "Hey, Dad, I want to get on that one." Okay, cool. And I like get in front of him. He just like grabbed me from behind the neck, like from the scruff.
Touch of death.
Just like,
Just fucking
and
electricity.
just like with all of his forearm strength, just heihachi me like.
And he drove trucks, so it's all forearm driving and shit. He's driving like this, just making that forearm. His hands all fucking strong.
I'll find your pressure
Oh,
point,
man.
baby.
I mean, there's probably one that works now. Like these were the days before Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA.
Right.
He's probably taking notes. Like, okay,
Yeah, the classic Mexican pressure points behind the arm, behind the
Oh,
neck.
bro.
A little bit of that one on the wrist randomly.
My God, yep.
yeah, he would get me with that. So when I told him, when I came back from school, like in first grade, and I told him, like, "Dad, these kids all play Mercy. What's Mercy?" And I explained it to him. It's like this. "Oh, we did something like that in my school. Here, give me your hand, but just give me your ring finger." Okay. So I gave him like my middle finger, and then he squeezed it like that, and he'd be like, "Okay, go." And he just like twisted it, like turning it. I was like, Mercy, Mercy.
Uncle, you're not my uncle.
Like I tapped as soon as he squeezed. He's like, "No,
Right.
we're not done yet. We haven't started the actual game."
Oh, man.
I mean, there was so many childhood games that are just like light
Violence.
violence. Yeah.
Bloody Knuckles.
That was
my
the one I
knuckles.
remember.
One.
No, I never played that because I'm not fucking an idiot. God.
Oh, we played it all the time.
Fuck you, no, I just didn't do that. Quarters.
Oh, bro.
The
Did
fuck?
not do the fucking quarters. I played Bloody Knuckles.
Quarters sucked, but yeah.
And then we did the pencil one where it was like, so it was
pencil break. And
we just pencil break, and so you would go and you like take your, like somebody took their number 2 pencil, held it open, and you would just fucking like flick
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other's like pencil to try and break it, and the loser would have to get their knuckle popped.
yeah.
And so you would learn after a while though that you could just get rid of the eraser, flatten the metal at the top to sharpen
So
it
it's
to
an
break
axe,
the pencil
yeah.
like more, and then the winner would obviously you'd end up getting the
Fuck
fucking
'em up.
Yeah.
So these are all the light forms of putasos that we've downgraded from.
Putazos was never like, because I know the phrase, like, it never was an actual game, but we did play tumbaditas all the time.
What's that?
Yeah.
Tumbaditas is literally knock the other dude down.
That works. We called it something else in middle school football, but we can't say that.
No, we weren't playing football.
Oh,
It
I'm
was
just saying. No, I'm saying that was another form.
We'd find like a little bit, like a little bit of an incline, a little bit of a hill, and just be like, "All right, guys, tumbaditas right now." Like,
I want to go back to holds because apparently that's a thing with Mexican fighting. Because my dad, talk about, my dad would sound badass if he wasn't an old man anymore, but like there's a reason why I didn't actually ever fight him. One, I had an older brother, and two, my dad can actually fight. He fought at the YMCA. So he fought in projects, fought at the YMCA for fun, and he told me this one story where he's like, yeah, the guy left his kidneys open, and so I kept punching him, and he's in the locker room, he's getting unwrapped or whatever, and they're like, Gilbert. It's like, what? He's like, this dude's pissing blood, and he's like,
Yeah,
left his kidneys open. Like, yeah. He's like, left his kidneys open. My dad's a psycho. He has that whatever in
100%.
him. But the other thing was, he's like, if you're ever in a fight and you ever need to get out with somebody, you know, they try to choke you, whatever, he goes, just grab their wrist.
Yep.
He goes, grab their wrist like that. And he goes, you pull it down. And if you pull it down hard enough, it'll break. And if it breaks that way, a cast really doesn't fix it.
Yep.
And he goes, I did it one time to one guy, almost, like where I was almost there because he wouldn't let go, he wouldn't stop. And I go, you will never be the same again to him. He said that to a guy. He had him by the wrist. He said, you will never be the same if I do this. Stop. And the guy was like, okay. My dad has a way of fucking getting people to stop doing whatever they're doing by saying cryptic, mean shit. So I've never done that, but I have had it done to me by my older brother, and that shit hurt like a motherfucker. So don't ever grapple with me because I will just try to break your wrist. And I don't know my own strength, so I will probably fucking break your wrist.
Me and my brother did wrestling holds for fun.
Oh,
There was one time when I was like in our 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I was like 25 and he was barely 20.
Mm-hmm.
And we were watching wrestling and I was like, you know what? I still don't understand. All these years, 25 years I've been alive, Juan. You were there for most of them.
right.
I still don't understand how if Ric Flair gets you in the figure four and then you roll over, now it hurts him. How the fuck does that work? And he like thought about it for a while. He's like, fuck it, dude, put it on me. Let's go. Let's figure this shit out.
Right.
It doesn't work.
Right. Turns out one of the fake parts of wrestling. Not all of it.
We were both okay. Like, this is actually kind of comfortable, bro.
Right. However,
Dad has done worse shit to my legs.
However, as the younger brother with an older brother, the walls of Jericho does hurt.
Yes.
The walls of Jericho.
The MMA, the fucking posted the MMA clip where it's not UFC or Bellator, but there's a guy who gets somebody in a fucking
Walls of Jericho, fucking my brother tucked one time, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
my abs.
Yeah.
That's a little
And they wanna
chubby
fight like that.
9-year-old like.
It adds some pressure. You're basically compressing his spine if you
Right.
do it right.
Yep.
Right, and so
Walls of Jericho work. Ankle lock works.
ankle lock, figure four.
Well, the ankle
up
locks
front
actually
works.
work so well it's illegal in UFC.
Right, crossface
I
chicken
legit
wire.
thought my
fucking
ankle was
hurt.
gonna break. I was like, oh no. But also, I'm not a pussy.
Right? Oh man,
Where's the rope?
Right. Stop bringing kayfabe. Hey, was it my friend R. Felix Finch? He has a classic thing. Gravity's not fake. About wrestling, gravity's not fake.
Ooh, in the hallway.
Got hit with a rock bottom in the hallway. It's cool. I've been hit with the rock bottom many a times. I can sell a rock bottom pretty well.
The rock bottom, me and my brother would do it to each other in the pool.
And so
Yeah.
that's classic.
Yeah,
What's the one
always in
where
the
you
pool.
get where your legs are on top and you drop them like that?
Batista
Tombstone?
bomb?
Batista bomb had that done.
It's just called the power bomb, but
Power
I mean,
bomb.
but Batista would
Batista
do
bomb.
it.
yeah. I got power
Also,
bomb.
shout out to Batista. He is now co-owner of Devil's River Distillery in San Antonio, Texas, baby.
There you go.
Fuck yeah, shout out.
Maybe we can meet him now.
Yeah.
Maybe you can meet him now.
I don't think I'm at liberty to say certain things. But
Well, there you go.
Damn, you're gonna meet him.
Well, anyway, he's not at liberty to say it. You were at liberty to say anything. And then
I said it for him.
the last
that.
thing, the last time me and my brother actually fought. This is actually the only time we really fought. So my brother is 40 now. He just turned 40, and I'm 30.
He's a wizard.
33. So we are. I'm gonna be 34. So he is 6 years older than me, and I was always a chubby kid and big, and he was tall and lanky and solid. And I am 19, 20, maybe 21 at this point, and so that puts him at what 20? What's math? 6. So 27. So he's a 27-year-old man. I'm a 21-year-old young man, We're at Disneyland of all places, and we were in the car, and we got to the hotel, and my cousin Will is there. Will's been on the show, my cousin Guillermo, and he's there. He didn't have a brother, so he doesn't understand brother bickering. And we would Godzilla fight like brothers do, choke slams and whatnot. And we were particularly spicy this time because we got the hotel we're going to be in, and we start play wrestling, and it's fine, and we're pretending, and then it escalates. I think I've told the story before, and it escalates. And he grabs my shirt a little too hard. And so I grab his shirt a little too hard. And then he grabs me by the arm and he grabs me hard. And then he pushes me into the wall. And so I push him into the bed. And you know how hotels have the wall and the little bed and the little space? So I got him by the shirt. And he's got me by the shirt. And I slide him down into the little hole spot. And he thinks he's in trouble. And he's probably like, okay, this guy's not stopping. And we're playing, but he's not stopping. And I'm like thinking we're still playing. So he's in the pit. Little gap space with back going down with a giant young man falling on top of him. I'm at this point 320 pounds maybe. And he goes, okay, I need this to stop because that's how his brain works. We have the same weird dad. Boom, hand to the throat.
Oh, nice.
So I go, oh shit. Well, I got to end this too. So I put my hand on his throat. And so we start choking each other out for real at a hotel in front of Disneyland. And we're going way too long.
Most magical place on earth.
Most magical place on earth. And we are going, and he's not stopping, and I'm not stopping. So yeah, I'm choking him down. He's choking me up. And we're just like this. And we're like this. And my cousin goes, that's enough. Because he's freaking out. It went from fun to us literally choking each other red. And I let go, and then he doesn't. He goes, oh shit! And I go, no! I tap the bed, and he lets go, and I pop off, and then we bicker, and then we get the fuck over it. Like almost immediately. Like we had to cool off. It was one of the more intense battles, but like he almost choked me, not to death, but to passing out over play. Because he was like, this motherfucker's too big, and I need him to stop. And he's not stopping, so. And me, I was like, we're having fun, brothers! Passing out all dead. So that's the closest, but we never actually fist fought because fist fight is so much more disrespectful, as we've learned in my eyes, where if you're fighting somebody, it means you don't give a fuck about that person. So that was always my thing. So I never fist fought anybody I didn't really want to hurt. And even then, I didn't really want to hurt anybody. I'm a little softy with all this chatter of fights. I'm fucking soft. I don't like fighting. It sucks. Because my hands hurt, and then I get hit, and that's no fun. And then I cry afterwards because I'm full of adrenaline.
Oh, bro.
Shit sucks.
Dog.
Every fight I've been to, I've cried openly afterwards. Not because I'm hurt, because I'm all like, ah!
I not always, but I'd say like 40-60 to where 40% of the time, like I do this, I'm a cry fighter.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I will cry, but I will fucking.
It sucks because you can't see.
Oh, bro.
You're just like, ah! It's like ancestral rage is coming out of you or something, man. It's not fair. Because like Mexican, I guess, men, we could just say, don't have good emotional regulation. We're not taught how to react to certain things. So anger's easy. Anger is accepted. We can be angry, but to be overwhelmed is also something that's not 100%. Allowed. And you can be overwhelmed with anger and fury and passion, and then it just turns into fucking tears for me anyway. I'm just like, so I'll beat up somebody crying full tears, and they're like, I'm sorry I'm doing this to you. But yeah, it's a little embarrassing, but you have to win. That's kind of why. But I've never been in any like do or die fights. That's the only thing. I've tried to avoid them.
Well, I was kind of raised on a completely different side of the coin.
Right.
On a play fight situation, very similar story to your brother kind of thing. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, I always play fought with my dad.
Right.
It was just kind of normal.
What'd they say? Oh, the big guy Jordan? We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. The Wayans Brothers intro. Yeah. Sorry, that's been in there the whole time.
But I remember like there was a certain point where I was like 11 or 12 because I've always been like beefier than my dad.
Yeah.
At a certain point, it was just like, oh, this is a hoss that's brewing. Like, so it was always kind of like just play,
Kids
kind
ate,
of like
we're buying pants in the men's section.
Yes. Right.
Ironically or sadly, I've been wearing the same pants since I was 14. So,
Wow.
Your ass never grew.
I was gonna say that's.
I have some high school pants like that, but they're from the boys section.
But at a certain point when I was like 11, 12, I was play wrestling with my dad, and then my dad was just kind of like, all right, this is a hoss now.
Right.
Like I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not.
too big.
Yeah, too big. This
Too
is
damn big.
too big. This is no longer fun. And I just remember like we were play fighting, and then he just kind of like elbowed me in the stomach as hard as he could. And he was just like, I just want you to know, you may be stronger than me. You'll never be meaner than me.
Okay, first off, 100%. So okay, so yes, I come from a weird kind of in between these two like different
Dichotomies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Right.
these two dichotomies. So my parents always, and I think they figured this out when I was like a child, which I am also figuring out with my son. Like I was rough as fucking shit. Not to be mean, not to bully, not to like hurt or harm, but just cause like I was a kid.
Just boy.
Like,
Yeah.
Just
but just like utter like guttural, just kind of like energy.
Feral.
That
You
was
were
just there.
feral.
Like I was just there. Yeah, just
I
fucking around.
literally have a quote unquote birthmark on my back because I refuse to wear a t-shirt outside.
Yeah, no. So yes. But so my parents always like raised me like no fighting, like we never fight, don't
Right.
fight, blah blah blah, because it's not good. You never know. And I remember being in elementary, and my parents were saying like, you never know your strength. Don't do it. You're gonna hurt somebody. My brother and I never have gotten to like blows, but we've always like kind of like, well, not always, but like growing up, we kind of like we butt heads ever so often.
Yeah.
At some point, I made it known though with him. I was like, you might one day get stronger than me. But to like almost to a T, I was like, but you're never gonna be able to beat me. And I think that was like a point in time where he was like, okay, I just need to like, like deal with his own shit.
Right.
I deal with my own shit, whatever. But it genuinely got to some like similar to that. With my dad though, my parents never like spanked us.
Yeah.
I kind of hold that against them, and I feel like to a certain extent, I know now that if I was spanked though as a kid, I wouldn't have done like half of the shit that I did do, and that definitely got me in trouble and kind of in questionable situations. But that's not to blame them, because they both were.
I mean, dude,
like,
I was spanked, and I still.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I was
but-
spanked, and I was like, and my mom had to step in and be like, he's not gonna tap. I already cleaned his fucking room. You can let it go.
Yeah, no,
See, I was fourth of 4, so I had fear of God. They didn't need to hit me, and the one time they did, it didn't hurt, and it was more like, this is not a form of punishment we like doing. I can't hurt you, but you should feel bad, and that worked.
Yeah.
That worked just fine. But yeah,
a little unfair. You kind of seem like the elephant tied to a post kind of thing.
yeah, no, it was nothing you could do. I was 8, and I said the word gay.
Yeah.
My dad was like, you don't know what it means. You called somebody that. Spanking belt time.
Yeah.
And I'd been threatened with the belt, but I never actually got the belt.
I thought it was weird. On that note, like, sorry, this gets into like weird Mexican things, especially like we're one generation removed from ranch cowboys kind of thing.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah. I mean-
But it was just like my uncles never said anything was gay. I mean, they did say the Spanish version of that,
Right,
but like,
Especially during soccer.
yes.
Right.
But they would straight up say the whole word, which made it worse, like homosexuals. And I was just like,
Right. That's the right word. You're saying it real mean. You're saying it real mean, like. Oh no, like. Oh man, we'll talk about the generational shit, but like that meanness, right? Like my brother and my dad have it. They're both meaner than me. I know it. My dad is 71 years old right now. I would not want to fight him. Not because I couldn't beat his ass, but he'd get one punch and he'd break my nose. That would be his one goal, is to break my nose and get me to bleed all over myself. And so no matter if I beat his ass.
I think I have that.
Well, no. So that's the thing. My issue is that I know I
bad, G.
have that.
My bad, G.
I know that I have that. My dad, however, at some point, I just had a conversation with my friends. Like, my dad at some point said, like, it got to the point where he was like, you know what, just cut your losses. Cut your losses. And for me, I mean, and this is kind of what I started talking about in like just kind of inner monologue when Marcos first
Proposed the subject.
yeah, like kind of threw this out there for me, but it was like, you know, at some point you can only beat a fucking dog as like so many times,
Right.
and then you're just like that's it. Like
Right.
I'm just gonna fucking beat somebody's ass.
Right,
Like, that's
right.
it.
Yeah.
And my dad, I think, has kind of reinvigorated that kind of fire in him. More so morally, because he's just kind of gotten to the point in education where he's just like, you know what, this is bullshit. I've been fucked and shafted so many times.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna fucking just say like, fuck you. And not obviously physically in his situation, like do anything, but, you know, definitely just like put his foot down on somebody's throat and say like, this is how it's gonna go and you're gonna have to fucking do it.
Right.
But so growing up, because my parents never spanked me, like I didn't have any fear of my dad.
Repercussions or anything?
Like
Yeah.
it didn't scare me, and he always like he would tell me about his football days, not like in that kind of like, oh, back in the day, like if I would have gone, if I wouldn't have
bro.
done, no, he like straight up told me like, you know, I blew out an ACL. I played through all the way from sophomore, junior, senior year with no ACL. He was like, I was offered, you know, scholarships to D2 schools. He went to these D2 schools, saw these kids like fucking like thinking they were lifting all big. He'd just go show them up real quick and then just was like, you know what, this isn't worth my time.
Right.
And he said that he chose like blatantly, like, I'm going to just go work in the field because like, fuck this. Like
Right.
that is easier than most anything. Later down the line, the motherfucker's a PhD now. But
That's right. Oh wait, I don't
like-
have to fucking bend over? Okay, yeah, that's fine.
no, so
fucking grapes are hard. Big.
exactly. No, but so he did that, and at some point, like in me just kind of growing up and hearing some of like my old classmates saying like, "Oh, I could have done this back in the day," blah blah. I didn't think that exactly was my dad, but at some point I was just also like, kind of like, man, like is my dad just being like real about like, you know, being this fucking hard ass and blah blah.
Right.
Until we went to my abuela's funeral, February of 2020, right before COVID hit, and like
right before.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
literally
it's March something, yeah.
the entirety of his fucking like graduating class showed up because she used to go and like give them food during practice and shit, and they like showed up and they all like, and men taller, bigger, fucking like meaner looking than my dad just like came up. They're like, you look like a fucking carbon copy of your dad. Blah blah blah. And every fucking single one of them, at least 30 different people say like, I've never met a meaner motherfucker than your dad. And I was like,
Right.
oh bitch, that might have been true. I was like,
shit.
so that put me like back into the point. I'm like, god damn. And I remember being like, you know, 20, 21, like kind of just getting back in the gym, kind of like just working out or whatever. And we had like a gym set up in my backyard, and just like, you know, coming out of cold turkey fucking like soberness, this dude just comes up, fucking 2 plates on a fucking bench. And I'm like,
Just nasty.
bro, that's just that fucking country rancho strength, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Just never fucking leaves you.
Viejon
So
strength.
yeah.
My dad could dunk at 5'8".
Oh, what?
He had leg strength for fucking days. I don't
Holy
have the legs that he has. It's fucked up. It's Gonzalez leg, Gonzalez butt, Gonzalez butt, Gonzalez legs. I don't have them. But like he was 5'6" most of his life. 5'4" most of his life. Hit a growth spurt in college, and he ended up being about 5'9", 5'10". Wow. But during that time where he was growth spurting, he was able to fucking squat almost 600 pounds. He hit 595 and could dunk. And I can't dunk, and I'm 6'4". It's fucking bullshit. That's my dream, is to dunk before my knees go. And my knees are not too bad as of
I
right
was
now.
about to say, you're kind of running out of time.
I'm running out of time. Exactly. I'm running out of time. But I only have to get up, like, say, 6'4". Was that? I need to get up like 3 feet or 2 feet, maybe. I'm fine.
Do you want to hold the rim? Like
I do want to
after-
hold the rim.
Oh, well, that
yeah.
makes it a little.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be hard. But yeah, that meanness is real though, dude.
Yeah, man.
Because like, and my dad, oh man, my dad's a diluted version of my grandfather. My grandfather was insane, dude. My grandfather was in the Navy, also fought for fun in the Navy, lied about joining the Navy. He was 16 when he enlisted. They said, you're too young. He said, okay. And then he went to another one and then enlisted.
Christ.
The only pictures of him in the Navy are his professional one in front of the little thing and 2 of him boxing. Some other motherfucker. It was literally the only. He was too young to see action, I think, like just by a few years. So he didn't see any real action, but he got on a fucking ship and just fought motherfuckers. That was what it was for fun. This is the type of old school strength my grandfather was. It was the Fresno Fair and it was amateur boxing, and he brought the family, and they said, "Shit, the guy's hurt. The other guy can't box. We got $50 for anybody who wants to fight this amateur boxer." I'll do it. Got kids and shit, right? Like 40-something years old, maybe, right? Maybe early 40s.
Shit.
Goes in, fucking takes care of that dude. Just stays with him. I think it went like the 2 rounds he needed. Fucking just polished him up. Got the $50. He goes, all right, kids, have fun. Like earned fair money just because he knew how to fight and was willing to. The other one, this is the legend, talking about PUTASOS. He disrespected somebody. Somebody said he did something. And my dad my dad was 5, and he was across from the fire from him, and we were close to him in the fire, and my grandpa's drinking, having a good time. Speaking of drinking, can I get another one? In honor of my grandfather's story. And he's drinking. Some guy was mad at him and grabbed a fucking pipe and walked up behind him with the pipe, and my grandfather's, drinking, having a good time, laughing. Whack! Hits him right across the back of the head, the neck, the shoulders. And my grandfather goes, "Ugh!" He leans down. He goes, and he stands up. And he followed the guy that hit him with the pipe, because the guy who hit him with the pipe thought he was done. And he was like, oh, fuck. Everyone was like, what the fuck was that? They all surround him. My grandfather comes back a few minutes later. That guy stopped coming around.
Yeah.
Like, entirely. I don't know what he did to him. I don't know if he used the pipe, but my grandfather took, and then kept drinking, and then just kept drinking. Got hit in the head with a fucking pipe with someone's full strength, unawares, and then just was like, all right, I guess I had to deal with that tonight. That was like a thing for him. And then imagine that motherfucker's dad.
Yeah.
I've heard one story from that one. I want to talk about too much cheese, man. This one's a little sad, but it's true. It's true. My grandfather's digging a ditch. My dad's 5 or 4 years old, or one of my dad's earlier memories. Grandfather's digging a ditch, digging a hole. And my great-grandfather, you stupid motherfucker, just leaning into my grandfather. Nobody talks to my grandfather like that, is what my dad says. Like, my fucking hero's getting yelled at. And then my grandfather's just getting berated by this old man as he's digging a ditch. Yes, sir. Yep. Okay. Got it. And he goes, Dad, why do you let him talk to you like that? He's like, sometimes you got to let the old men talk.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to let the old men talk. And it's like, the fact that you've seen me. I'm a little crazy. A little bit. I'm not too fight happy, but I'm crazy. My dad diluted it about half. My grandfather diluted it about half. And if I'm still a little crazy, what the fuck were they doing up there? Our great-grandfathers.
Yeah.
How the fuck did they make it out of the Mexican-American War? How the fuck did they make it out of all that strife and shit?
Bro, it's because
the
they
gold
was
rush.
crazy.
Right. It's like, is that why we're all fucking crazy? Is because we're all descendants of crazy motherfuckers?
Well, nah, man. It's like survivors after a while.
Right.
I was about to say there is some certain mental illness is a little bit genetic.
Right.
So that too. Yeah,
I can
that
confirm
too.
schizophrenia runs in my family.
Fucking shit.
That's why I don't smoke or do psychedelics.
Unlock some free dreams. Yeah, it's like the Animus from Assassin's
I don't
Creed.
want to unlock extra playable characters in here.
The Animus, you got fucking Ezio in your brain, just.
But
I want to turn around and look in my mirror and be like, Desmond,
Well-
you must find the apple.
Right. Well, I'll real quick, because I have one that's almost directly. Apparently, have you seen people who pass out when they see blood?
yeah.
That's in my bloodline. My brother does it. My dad does it. Apparently, allegedly, that is when, like, medieval night times or violent times, if you see too much blood, you pass out so that you look dead. When they're looking at the dead bodies or checking your blood rate.
Possum?
Essentially your blood pressure drops so low. There's checking people. You look dead. You're just like, and my brother passes out. My dad passes out. I pass out. Now it wasn't a thing. It happened one time. Passed out entirely. Blood went fucking seizured out. It was crazy.
Holy
and they're
shit.
saying that is potentially that was one of the reasons why we'd fucking do that, because why would we fucking build that into our system? Why is it in our fucking operating system
That's
to
fucking
pass
wild,
out at
bro.
blood? And that's one of the reasons they give. Lastly, my last name, Gonzalez, means son of Gonzalo, which the Visigoth root is son of the battle elf. So my name, the lineage of Gonzalez, is son of the battle elf, probably means my lineage fought people. So we probably had probably mentally ill fucking fighter people that were crazy and probably bigger. Battle elf, what the fuck does that mean for a Spaniard? If a Spaniard's 6 foot tall in tiny times, medieval times, that must have been my fucking size. Then you mix that with some fucking Moors and Middle Eastern type motherfuckers. Then they get extra hairy. Then they go fuck up the Spanish. And then I'm still fucking 6'4". What am I in my blood?
Have you done 23andMe? Or Ancestry?
Yeah, it's my sister did it. I didn't do it.
Okay.
But it was like 10% English, mostly Iberian Peninsula. Yeah, it was like random English, but 10% like a bunch of Iberian Peninsula, a bunch of it
Mexico's
Native
like a big
American.
mixing pot too.
Yeah.
Mexico is a mixing
Yeah,
pot.
it was-
What's
The U.S. is
yeah.
like redneck. U.S. is like European French.
It blew my mind.
it's like-
because I have a friend that wants me to go visit her in Mexico City all the fucking time. Damn. All right. And then it blew my mind when I found out there was a Chinatown in Mexico City.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I heard that food's delicious. Not even making a joke. I heard that food's really
100%.
good.
So I'm short, stocky, and wide body, and very hairy, but like up top. So I was like tempted to jump into your promo for Manscaped.
Oh, gotcha.
No,
for being a Moor?
But like like showing off, be like, look what it did. But it's because I'm like literally hairy right here, and
and then,
I have
and then
nothing. I have
fucking
nothing.
waterproof.
Yeah,
everywhere?
I've got no hair. Like
Dirty,
over here.
stupid, indigenous blood. God damn it. Sorry. My uncle is purely mostly indigenous, like Mexican indigenous.
Yeah.
And they call each other waterproof because my cousin and him have
100%.
no hair on their body.
Exactly, bro. So like the European that we are, or at least for however much it is in me, which is essentially about
Your
half.
skin tone, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Your skin tone's worth
definitely
white cracker.
but it's Jesus.
I don't know why that came out.
but
it's the banquets now.
Yeah.
Now that's the banquets.
it's Greek.
What?
Yeah.
You got
We're
some
Greek.
goddamn Aristotle?
Yeah, so we're Greek because it's like it says Southern Iberian, but it's like focused into like
That's why you motherfuckers are so smart. Got some fucking philosophers stripped down to fucking to Spain,
I
and
was
then they
just
go,
saying,
I want to go see Mexico.
no. So
Or
because the
what would it
so
be then? You remember Aztec Empire, yeah.
Because Guajardo is apparently Greek in origin for mountain people.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Well, I did want to go back to you talking about your grandpa kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I never saw my dad fight. Outside
Your
of fighting me.
grandfather.
No, my dad.
Your dad.
I never saw my dad fight. My grandfather has crazy fucking stories all the time about people that he
We've
fought.
compared which one has the crazier
Well,
grandfather.
Your grandpa is very Americanized, so like I'm not saying that's a plus or a minus.
Right.
I'm just saying the stories are completely different. Where my grandpa was literally a Red Dead Redemption cowboy.
Oh, shit.
He was legit a sheriff in like a small Mexican town.
Oh, okay.
Like shooting
Right.
people and shit.
Right. and mine was not technically a migrant worker, but he would go where the work was. like he didn't go take the family. He just went. He's like, I'll be back. And so, yeah.
But so
living.
some of the stories where he's like 40, 50 at this point. One of my aunts, her husband cheated on her. Her husband cheated on her.
Mm-hmm.
So my grandpa knew where he hung out. So he went there and he confronted him, and he was with his best friend and his dad, and he beat up all three of them.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, that's... if you're the type of guy that's a punch first, ask questions later, you can do that pretty consistently.
Well,
Nobody wants
he's
to
the
fight.
only person I know that's ever talked down a cop. You know, however, like cops are like, they'll take possession of a crime scene. There's an accident. It's like, bro, you need to wait while we move cars out of the way. He's like, "Cállate, pinche seco!" Like, I'm going by.
Right.
Like, and the cop just stopped taking care of the crime scene. He just
he realized there was an authority bigger than himself at that moment, and it was not with the badge, but it was with the voice of God. Yeah, dude, like. We come from crazy people, and like the fact that we have a word for it, "PUTASOS," the fucking name of the fucking episode. The fact that that's ingrained, it's like, oh yeah, sometimes you just gotta fight, and you gotta fight your friend or fight people, you know.
Well,
It's crazy.
My grandma actually banned my grandpa from going to lucha libre.
Does he come back all riled up or what?
Bro, that's
He
actually like the most Mexicano thing I've
He
ever
actually tried to fight the wrestlers. Like, I don't know if you've you've been to like the local ones
Yeah, I've
here
been
in
to a
Austin.
couple. Yeah.
But you see how like when they throw them, it's not like WWE or AEW. They're literally in your lap,
Right.
kind
if
of
you're not
thing.
paying attention, you could get hit with the whole body
Yeah.
of person.
So when I'm imagining what would happen is when that happens in Mexico and you have
Right.
a body just land next to you and it's just
It's fair game. You better be the técnico that landed on me. 'Cause if you're the rudo, like,
Fucking shit, dude. Yeah, man. Like, and I don't like fighting. I'm a fucking wuss.
Well, my dad, there was one story where he became my elementary flag football coach.
Your dad or this person?
No, my dad was
Oh,
a elementary flag football coach.
That's pretty cool.
And he was just like, I'm taking some time off from work. I'll coach you guys 2 or 3 practices and take off in the truck because I think he had a daily run there. So
Yeah.
he would just take off from like 6 in the morning to 6 afternoon and then just help us.
Right.
And then there was a certain point where we went to the middle school to just have a Saturday practice.
Yeah.
And there was a couple middle school football players, and they were like, "Hey, can we practice with you guys?" And my dad was like, "Sure." And then at a certain point, they just started throwing shoulders a little too heavy for flag football. We're in elementary school.
Little kids, right.
And my dad was like, "You're going a little too far." And he's like, "What are you going to do about it?" And it's like, "Well, I can't do anything about it. I'm a man. But my son here." And he legit was just like, "You can fight him if you want."
Jesus.
And that was
Your dad Pokemon battled you against other middle school or other elementary school kids? What is that, dude?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, at this point, I was in 5th grade, so I was literally fighting kids that were 3 or 4 years older than me.
Marcomon, go!
I won that fight, but
Because you were, as we've established, a hoss.
well, my dad also at the end of it, I was just like, I'm just kind of surprised that happened. He's like, "Well, you're the only one I could fight. I can't fight like anybody else."
right, yeah. I didn't get a permission slip from the other guy,
Right.
just in case
I can't.
shit goes down. Do you
can't-
allow
I can't send our left tackle out there.
Jonathan to fight?
Right. No, especially for stupid shit.
Well, I mean, that was kind of my whole dad's thing that was ingrained with me. Is like, sometimes you just need to stand up for yourself,
Right.
But you don't need to. Here's the thing that's a big difference between me and you, where you're just kind of like, oh, if I fight you, I'm gonna break your wrist. It's like I can fight you, and there's still escalations that I can turn
Yeah,
to.
there's levels.
That's,
That's the thing with me too. So I was never really given the fight talk by my dad
Yeah.
because my dad's like, "You're small, you'll figure it out."
right.
But I kind of was given it by like one of my grandpa from my mom's side. 'Cause my grandpa from my dad's side died when I was really, really young. But once my brother was born and everything, my mom stopped working. She became a housewife, like a stay-at-home mom. And so we had a lot of free time to go visit her side of the family in Mexico. And my grandpa from my mom's side essentially ran Baby Fight Club. because me and one of my cousins from my mom's side were like essentially the same age, but he was huge. Like he was a stocky boy.
Right, he was a chunky boy.
He wasn't tall. Like he wasn't, like Marco here.
Right.
But he was chonky. Like he had some protective karate fat on him.
Yeah.
And so he would pick on me a lot. Like he would push me off the swing or whatever, like hard, like to knock me out of the swing. And like there were a couple of times I came back from Mexico like bleeding and shit. I was like, what do you want me to do?
He's bigger.
Look at him. But and you know, like my grandpa and my uncles were all there, and they'd be like, I don't know, you're not my kid. So like after one particular time when like it got really bad, I was like, Mom, can I hit him? Are you allowing me to unlock this? Because
Unlock this.
so I had, when I was small, when my grandpa was still alive, I had already like punched my female cousin because she didn't let me do something.
Right.
It
Wasn't it watch a show or something?
I don't
Told that
remember what.
story.
No, I wanted to go outside. I wanted to play outside.
That's right. It was like this. He told the story before, but it was like this need to go outside, and she was the only
so
thing in the way.
Decked her.
And he goes, "I'm going outside."
Like
It was so funny, that story, man.
So after my grandma talked with me, like this thing was repressed. Like she sealed the fucking nine tails within me.
Right.
And I was
Your
like,
fist started glowing again.
it's like, Mom, like Bob keeps picking on me, and Grandpa's not doing shit. Tio Chechi's not doing shit. Do I have your permission? And she's like, go for it.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah,
What's
Bob.
the worst that could happen?
If he starts shit with you again, and if it will shut you the fuck up,
Right, 'cause I don't want to hear about you bitching about getting your ass beat. God.
wail on him. Like throw everything you got in that one shoryuken. You gotta make it count, boy. It's like Mickey at the end of Rocky 5. Like, I believe in you.
Right.
So I remember there was this one time when, like my grandpa and my uncles were all outside, and I was just like on the swing, and Robert comes behind me, and he just like shoves the shit out of me, and he doesn't even get on the swing. Like he just walks away. He's like, did my shit.
Right.
So and I go up behind him, and in my head, like I'm doing all this like Sherlock shit, like remembering it back, because at first I balled up a fist and I was going to like go for the back of the knee because I was still on the ground. And I was like, if I do that, he'll go down. But he also might not walk again.
Oh no.
Like I might break something.
Oh Jesus. As a little kid, right?
Well, I mean, also as a little kid, I'm like, people die from like punches.
I've watched
I saw Saint Seiya. I have the power of Pegasus.
just imaginary fighting techniques.
I do think that.
Well, what happened?
So instead of going for the punch, I went for like open hand slap.
On like the ear?
Yeah,
Oh.
and I slapped the shit out of him, and my grandpa like cheered me on. He's like, "Ahí ven." Like,
There he is, right?
Eso mero pinche laco. Like, I was really skinny back then.
Right, yeah.
And then like Bob just turns around, and I was like, "What were you gonna do?" Like, come on.
We're gonna fight. This is America. It's like Randy
This
Martin.
isn't.
Just take
This
your
wasn't
shirt-
America.
I thought this was America. It wasn't America.
Well, my shirt was already off because I didn't wear a shirt outside.
That's right. You were feral, so yeah.
But Bob turned around and he's like, and I'm just like, what? We doing this? And then I think at that point, one of my uncles finally was like, stop it.
Right. I don't want JJ to get hurt, but now he's mad, and now it's gonna be a thing. So you were gonna say, Marcos, sorry.
I don't know. I was just gonna say like there's because Radio Raheem brings up like Marcos leveled up to level 50, and that was past in the previous story. But I do think there is an aspect of when I was like literally in kindergarten, I probably fought every other day.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm not really exaggerating.
Yeah, no. Like up until I punched my cousin, I was fighting.
Right.
But it's also like I'm a 4-year-old kid punching other 4-year-old kids. It was like I remember the first time I bruised someone, I was 8. Like it really wasn't common.
Right.
Whereas now it's like could probably do a lot of damage if I did. Like I haven't really full on fought anything. Punching is actually lower on my tree because hitting someone in the chest doesn't hurt as much as me just choking someone out and they might not wake up.
Right. And see, you guys said you all agreed that you have tiers of fighting where you fight to
I
protect.
stopped myself from punching the back of the knee.
But it's like, so you went like,
You're also a child.
right, but you also went like, you skipped to level 5, right?
Yeah.
You so level 5, and then you talked yourself down to 1, which is or 2 maybe, open hand slap to the ear, and then fight afterwards. My dad, once again, mystical, cryptic, violent shit. When he was teaching me how to fight, because the only thing me and my dad would do is we'd play box, and that was mostly to teach me get my hands up and distances, because he would just teach a jab, right? And so that's what we would do, and we'd roughhouse or whatever. But then he was talking about in a fight. This is literally what he said. If you're getting into a street fight, you're fighting to hurt them, and they're trying to kill you.
Yeah.
That's what he told
100%.
me. And so his interpretation was he's fighting the projects. You got to hurt them, get them to stop. His big thing was making them bleed. And we've actually joked about this, where if you break their nose or if you hurt their nose, they start bleeding, you can get your ass beat and they're bleeding. As long as you're not bleeding too bad and they're bleeding all over their shirt, you're fine. So that was always the thing. Punch them right in the nose, break their nose if you can. That was the easiest and first thing to do. And then the second thing was they nowadays like they might have guns, so don't
Joke's
start
on
fights.
you. My nose is already broken.
Right. But then the other part was they could kill you, which means you have to fight to get it to stop, which means choke them out. My dad
Bite, pull hair.
not even bite, pull hair, more so earrings, rip them out. Puffy jackets. He was at a fight at a Raider stadium at the Coliseum one time.
God damn! Now I know where you get this.
Oh
shit.
yeah, my dad.
Shit! Now I know.
Well, no, that story was some young guys were fucking with these old guys, as they called it, and he was with his brothers. He has one younger brother.
Raiders fans fighting Raiders
First
fans?
off, let's not get let's not get sidetracked. So go with your first point.
What?
And then we can get into your.
Oh, but that fight.
Yeah.
So the idea is, you have to hurt them. You have to hurt them quick, and you have to hurt them violently.
100%.
And if they have baggy pants, you pull them down. If they have a loose shirt, you pull it down. If you get them incapacitated.
See, all this is an escalation.
Because he was a small guy.
Yeah,
Well, no,
I
If you pull my pants down in a fight, like you are not going home with a whole arm.
if you can catch me.
Well, that last thing, your pants. No. Well, the thing was pull the pants down, get them on the ground. The idea was get them on the ground and
I do
pound
wear
them.
belts, so
Right, but like if they're baggy, you kick them. And then you go, or if they have earrings, you rip them out. You get them bleeding, thinking about their ear, not about their covering their face.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Because once somebody bleeds like that,
Bleeding scares everybody.
most people.
Not the crowds.
I was gonna say
most people have an
also
audience.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
No, but if you're looking at a crowd,
that follows this, but
yeah.
Go for that.
Well, so like I have my deterrent. I'll get to that point in a minute. So the idea is that I don't fight anybody.
Bleeding was my trigger. That's when I asked for permission.
No, my adrenaline shoots too fast for me to not have anything before, because I get scared, and if I have to fight, I get scared that I have to hurt somebody. That's truly what it is. I don't like hurting anybody. I'm gentle at my core, but if I have to go and hurt somebody, I have to hurt them, and I have to hurt them quick, and that's like I don't want to do that. So that's what then the tears come. So I don't fight. I try not to fight, and then what I switch it with though is being very loud. And being big and loud, that's a deterrent for a lot of fights.
100%.
The one thing that does is that some guy will try to start a fight with me, and it happens a lot at clubs. That's why I don't go anymore. I'll bump into somebody by accident. I'm large.
you're also 30. You don't belong in clubs.
I don't belong in clubs. but like the last few times I'd went,
seriously,
race shows, and
Oh yeah, I do like that. To supporting Ray, I don't like going to the swan dive.
right, I'm done with that. But the idea is, I will just say like, what? What then? Make a fucking move then. Make a motherfucker. If I do that loud enough, which I can, usually there's a girl that will, out of nowhere, some girl unrelated will go in front of them. Stop it! Stop fighting! And then I'm like, okay, there's now a person in front of me. If this crazy bastard punches over the girl or bumps into the girl, that's like, okay, carte blanche. Let's fucking do this.
Yeah.
Never has happened though, because nobody wants that girl gets in the middle. Stop fighting! They never come to me because they know that I'm the one like make a move. I'm not gonna make a
Fucking
move
for real, bro.
because I'm not gonna catch a lawsuit.
Well, it doesn't even need to be a girl. Anybody gets in the middle. Like
No guys protect me. I'll say that. No guy's ever been like, stop fighting, Sam. Everyone's like, hey, I want to see what happens because they've never seen me fight because everyone thinks I'm a big pansy. I am a big pansy.
I feel like I'd love to see you fight, but I also am probably the one who would like carry you out. And I always say this because I won't say where or who with, but 2 months ago, carried a 300-pound man over my shoulder.
I'm much heavier than that,
Who
friend.
was no way?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
100 pounds heavier than that.
He didn't say it was
No
hard.
way.
He
No,
said
yeah.
it was
Well, anyways, I just
No, that's the other thing. If I get knocked out, no one's taking care of me. Nobody could carry. It would take you and him to carry me.
So
you can maybe manage it, but that's hard for you, and you powerless.
Nonetheless, I was like really willing to see where this
this
went.
man carries barrels.
But this guy who was in the Marine was like really intense and just was like ready to go. And I was like, you're not gonna do anything. So I just like fucking over the shouldered him and just like walked him out of the premises and said like, all right, just fucking go home.
Oh, you were
Like,
the
just fucking
bouncer at Still, basically?
go. First off, I never said where.
Fuck. No, he was still the bouncer, is what you said.
Yes.
He was still
Yes.
the bouncer,
Yes.
even though he had already done the drinks.
He censor this.
No, I fixed it already. He was still the bouncer, is what you said.
Never said where or with whom, but definitely, carried this guy out.
I
and
believe
was
you
just
fought
like,
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
It's like, sir, you're not in the real military.
Yeah, no.
but-
co-founder of
Was just like,
Pantalones
nah, man.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
Nah, get the fuck home. Nah, man. I mean, I get what you're saying when you're like trying to understand where you're coming from with like this, like either aggression, but at the same time, like defensiveness.
Right.
Like for me, I think it goes to my grandparents on both sides, but very specific ones where the anger comes from. My abuelo on my dad's side, so my dad's dad, I think the aggression comes in more of like a defensive, because I remember growing up and my dad telling me the story of when they were working in the fields, they were picking watermelon, and watermelon's apparently like
Yep.
bitch and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh,
fucking
fuck yeah.
vines, the vines are spiny. You have to toss these fucking like 15, 20 pounds.
Without breaking
25
them.
pounds. Yeah, all the way to the top, like
Bro,
20 feet up.
You know they
like,
pay you by
truck.
the truck, right? Like they don't even pay you like
Yeah,
by
no, 100%. Yeah, no,
Apples by
it's
the
like
crate.
it's
Fucking shit,
bullshit, bro. But so like you got like fucking as young as 6, 7 years old to like 13 for my dad's siblings, and then his mother and father, my abuelos, respectively, and they're doing the whole move and whatever. And at some point, apparently, he tells me like the story of like my abuela got struck by the truck that was driving that and fell and like almost ran her over. And the only way she was able to like keep from being ran over was by like rolling and just continuously rolling and rolling until they said stop. And at some point, what my dad tells me is that he and his dad, my abuelo, like somewhat simultaneously kind of blacked out just of like adrenaline.
Right.
Berserker.
And the next thing he remembers is being in the back seat of the truck that they were driving, like their own family truck, because they said, fuck this, we're going home for the day. And his dad is like chasing down the son of the owner of the property in the fucking fields, like he's gonna run him over to kill him.
God.
Because he was like, you didn't fucking stop when I told you to stop.
Right.
And like his mom, my abuela, was like fucking viejo, like párale ya, cabrón, like. and te vas a matar, yeah, you know, like, so, like, crazy shit. So that side. Then on my grandma's side, my mom's mom, that's just fucking barrio shit, bro.
Right, yeah.
Like, she so very, very much so to like a story that you said, she was in middle school and saw her senior year old, like, high school brother being picked on by another senior. And she was like, gang, like, chola.
Right.
Fucking East Side Austin, fourth generation, third generation, like, fucking old Apache, like, fucking just, like, doesn't give a fuck. She's gonna fucking do it. Middle school grandma, like, my grandma,
Yeah,
but she's
yeah.
like middle school.
Yeah,
and
she's in middle
she just goes, grabs this senior by the hair, throws him down, starts smashing his face into the fucking concrete, and says, "Who's your fucking mama? Who's your fucking mamacita now, boy?" And just fucking boom
Right.
to this fucking, like, grown ass fucking senior high school 17, 18-year-old dude. And she's like, "You're my mamacita." And she's like, "Say it now, boy. Say my name." And she's like, fucking goes at it. And like,
Why are
that's
Mexicans so crazy?
bro.
Why is our blood full of anger and rage? It's because
Bro,
the Spanish and the
that's
fucking
like
indigenous
Well, so-
cultures combined is all violence.
My mom's side, especially my grandma, evidently is just like full blown like Apache, like
right.
actual like native Apache.
Yeah, those are the
And
ones that
she was
didn't
just
give
like,
up. Or,
yeah,
right.
and I'm just like, makes sense. Like, she didn't fucking stop.
Right,
So
right. Yeah, they signed the treaties all right, but she was ready to fucking fight.
yeah, no man, no. So yeah, I don't know, but
I don't know. Point is, she beat the fuck out of that grown man.
It's just, I've so when we talk about like so you mentioned about the blood. My story about like it was like, oh well, speak for yourself. Was just because so in high school there was this one dude who now we're grown ass fucking man. He's still in Austin. I'm still in Austin. We're acquaintances. We've both helped each other out, like business wise and just kind of life wise. He's helped a buddy of mine out. I, spotted him some stuff and stuff isn't whiskey, like
Yeah.
not crazy shit.
Oh,
Like,
I thought you
family.
meant money.
I was just, but I took care of him, and he took care of my buddy and everything. Very good man. But in high school, like we just didn't get along.
Right.
Like, didn't get along. Didn't fucking like each other. Didn't whatever. There was definitely some racial hate, unfortunately, at the time.
Yeah.
Towards me being one of the few Mexicanos who were on the football team in my high school. But we, we just didn't see eye to eye. And one day, like, he comes up to me in the locker room and, like, smacks my whatever paperwork or homework or whatever out of my hand. I just get him like, I'm not fucking scared of you, right? And everybody was just like, oh, like, fucking, I was like, blah, blah. And he just, like, goes and he's like, yeah, what the fuck are you going to do? And he punches me and he, like, pops my nose to where I'm bleeding.
Yeah.
So I grab him and I headbutt him, but with my nose to his forehead. And he, like, pushes me down and we go down. But I do it on purpose so that I can get enough blood in my mouth so I can spit in his face. And so I spit in his face, and he just starts freaking out. He's like losing his shit. He runs off, and like just kind of like
you start smelling blood. People don't like tasting or smelling blood, and he probably did both.
I like the taste of blood.
I was about to say,
In a fight?
Yeah.
well, for me, but that's why I was like, oh, you want to fucking do this?
Blood,
Like, fucking do
blood
this.
doesn't affect me at all,
dude,
but
no.
it's not even because of a cool thing. It's I had a broken blood vessel in my nose, so it would just. It's actually very common. I don't know what the fucking scientific word for it is, but basically, because I had a broken blood vessel in my nose, anytime it got too hot,
I got those all the time. Bloody noses?
my nose would bleed because it's like
Shit. I have that.
we all have this in your bloody nose.
Like to this day.
I luckily have
don't.
stopped lately, but it's happened a couple times here. where
Wait,
I'm like,
what's the last time you've been walking around the sun and it's 105 degrees?
Right, and you're-
and-
like, isn't it funny though? Where you just like as a kid, you're just like, oh, I'm bleeding. Oh shit, I'm bleeding a lot. Look. You just
So, I mean,
that's
so
just a funny
blood has
kid thing.
never bothered me in any other situation because it's just like, as a kid, it would just be like, ha ha ha, I'm at the pool.
Fuck.
Yeah. All right. Ruins your fucking day. Bro. Like, fuck, man.
All right, cool. Well, I guess I'm gonna taste bicycle for the next week.
fucking pennies and shit.
Yeah.
And then you got that loogie ultimate like.
Oh,
that
bro,
clunk.
that fucking dog. My
Hold on, we're gonna get real gross real quick. But yeah, when you get that bloody nose that's caused by the big deep loogie in your throat,
Yeah, bro.
and then you pull it out and you can feel your throat clear up because you're like,
oh, dog.
it's the closest to giving birth I've ever done. like that blood clot that comes out in one chunk, like that's like.
Dog,
You've never gotten a kidney stone?
Not yet. Not yet. I don't drink a lot.
Goals.
Oh no! Because I got that thing. I got that thing the thing in my thing. Those are gonna hurt like a motherfucker. So I'm not looking forward to that.
No, so first off, I drink enough water to balance.
Christina, I hate
everything
this.
off.
Yeah. Moco blood.
Yeah, no, and then my son had the first.
Most of what I've been drinking is water.
My son
Raheem
had his first like interaction with that fucking like
Moco? Yeah.
Moco dude. Holy shit, his poor little soul. He had a fucking bloody nose and.
Put the
he's
napkin?
Well, yeah. So I put the napkin up, and he's unfortunately like still too. He's in like as far as height wise, he's in like the 30 percentile for his boys his age. Weight wise, the boy's in 98.
Oh my god!
Like he's a fucking. He's like
He's a
like me.
chunky,
He's short and-
stocky. Yeah, he's
fucking,
a stocky boy.
So he has to still sit down for like the big boy kind of like toilets that we have in our house.
Yeah.
And so when one day it was like I think 3-4 months ago, it was before Thanksgiving. He was like sitting down peeing, and he was like, "Papa, like tengo algo," and he was like pointing at here, but he had the fucking like toilet paper in his nose. It's like okay, and I went boom. And it just kept on going and going. He's like, bro, I've never seen his face. It was like, I knew it wasn't a stroke, but it was as close as I thought he was having a stroke. He was like, and I was just like, holy shit. And it just fucking kept on going. And I just like held it so it didn't fall in his hand or fall on him.
Sure, yeah.
And I just like ended up like double fisting this fucking just like
Moco, this bloody
almost
moco.
puddle, but it was just like pudding. I was like, just like in the trash.
right.
He was like, he's just like panic attack. I was like,
what
dude,
the
it's okay, dude. Like
My brains came out of my head, and he's like,
Seriously.
no, it's just mocos, mijo.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
was
but
like,
like, yeah, you think
it's
a
okay.
bloody chunk coming out of your head? As
100%,
how old is
man.
he? I forget.
He's 3.
3,
Yeah,
fucking
he was-
3. Yeah, you don't
yeah,
know
no,
how
yeah,
for any
100%.
reaction. You don't have a
And
point of
technically,
reference.
he was like just 2 and just like a
in a little bit.
few months, yeah, at the
fucking
time.
Poor
So
mijo. That's
yeah.
funny.
yeah, so.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that shit. Well, I mean, we can round this out with our differences.
Well, I mean,
How do you
I
round
just
this
want to
out?
take a step back real quick, just because. Well, fuck, like that was a lot of like personal story. Like it's been more like just kind of like
I see
talking.
why that fucking show went 4 hours. I'm 3 beers in Tom Hanks, and I'm having a blast. Quite frankly.
And we haven't even got into the Ocula Obscura.
Shit.
I will take like a quick side note while he goes takes a piss, just to be like, Key, you can probably cut all this out, but
You won't leave it in. You fuck.
no, like this is what happened. And I was surprised that Tommy got so much into the conspiracy talk that he was like, I need to do this again with TJ.
That's so funny, man. No, man, I've been stressed. Fucking shit. I can't fight anybody. I don't have an outlet. But I love training for boxing.
Well, that's
like my favorite
That is the
workout.
thing that I was going to say. That is just kind of like there are kid gloves, like in the sense that like I can't, like I've boxed JJ, I've boxed all my friends at a certain point, and it's just like I
didn't win.
Well, there was no winner.
Right. But
If
like,
there was, it wasn't me.
like I've only done body shots one time.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, we played that.
yeah, like we did body shots with gloves in college one time, and the guy that I went up against actually
So unless you're a really good boxer, it's pretty hard to hurt someone with 16-ounce gloves.
Right. Yeah, they're heavy as shit. But
Yeah.
the funny thing about that story, though, is like I said, I did it the one time. We did it in the mezz area of our apartment complex. Now, the guy who did it, actually, shout out to him. Let's call him. Well, yeah, I'll say his-
Chiba Toger 84. Hit us up on our Instagram if you're ever in Austin, Texas. We'll definitely hang out.
Yeah, we got people. We're in town. So the guy, he's big, strong guy, my height, whatever, and he kind of knows how to fight. He knows how to fight. He's from some part of LA, and they're like, the only person that can fight him is me, and we're all having a good time. And I'm like, shit, okay, you got to fight him. I said, okay, I will. I'm not no punk. We're having a good time, and he can't hurt me. We're not doing face, you know. So we're doing body shots. So. So we're playing. So we're boxing. We're going. And because I'm not protecting my face, because we don't have to protect our face, I'm covering my body. I'm shelling and I'm going down and I'm doing this. I'm doing pretty good. Not getting hurt too bad.
Telling Trey, give us enough subs and we would.
What do you say? Would you do a box? Oh yeah, absolutely. We would do. I need money, so I might do that next week. But
I would do it for very little money. But
I would actually also do
I will
it.
fight you right now, Sammy.
also, maybe not like
no, we help
just boxing
headgear. I would do boxing headgear.
No, he's probably a little bit more into
I'm not wrestling
MMA.
shit. I'm not wrestling. I'm not kicking you. I'm not kicking you, motherfuckers.
I wasn't even like
I got
top of
short
the stage.
legs.
I'm just like scrappy. I just fucking.
I got short
I'm punching
legs.
the back of some knees.
No.
call back full circle.
So
I'm good at those.
So we're fighting, and since he's not working the body, I'm protecting the body. He hits me a little low. He low blows me, so I go, oh fuck, and this actually sack taps me, and I go back, and they think he gut checked me. I'm like fuck, but everyone's like, oh, and I'm like fuck, okay, gotta get him back. I gotta get him back somehow. So I go, okay, I gotta go on the attack a little bit. He can't hit people in the chest that hard. Really, it's really hard to get a good chest thing that really pops. So I'm going.
Hitting the rib cage is normally not what you want to do to cause damage.
Right? Yeah. But like I said, we're not trying to cause damage. We're just trying to get hits.
Oh, where all the bones fuse together and are at the strongest.
So I'm going, and I know how to fight enough playing with my dad. And I take a step, and I hit him. My foot is a size 17 shoe. I hit his toe. He trips on my toe as I'm hitting him. He falls on his butt.
The arm did no damage, but the foot did.
Right. He falls on his butt. The crowd goes wild. They don't know. So they don't know I stepped on his toe, but they see me fucking just hit him in the chest and him drop. And they're like, oh, shit, Sam can fight. What the fuck? Ah! They go crazy. And then we finish up, and then we each got one, right?
Yeah.
And this is during COVID. I catch up with a lot of those guys. You know, when we were all freaking out and checking on everybody. I talk to those guys and they go, "We still give him shit. We say that you knocked the shit out of him." I go, no.
Bro.
The truth is, I stepped on his foot. He goes, "Oh, we kind of figured something like that happened, but we tell him that we beat the shit out of you, and it keeps escalating, and it keeps escalating to the point where now they say like I knocked him out." Because it's like 10, 15,
You
12 years.
knocked him out. You broke his leg.
Right. So if this gets out to the people in college, Flavin, I did fuck you up. So Flavin, anytime, buddy, anytime. I fucked you up, I'll fuck you up again, bitch.
So
No, cut this, Keith.
Tina, I accept your challenge to sock 'em boppers.
probably doesn't know there's no air at the
our
top.
fist would just go through the thing. No, but the now cut this key. Flavin does like MMA, and he's a strong guy still, so he's in good shape. So if we were to go, he'd fight me pretty good, boxing or grapple. So he would beat me up now. But the funny thing is that like if we were to do it in fairness, but for now, since he's not going to do that because he's a professional, I'm a professional. I'll fuck you up, bitch. I'll fuck you up, bitch. No, they actually told me to put it on a show one time. So I may cut that myself and be like, I told the story and then cut out the parts and then just send it to them and be like, hey, send it. Just to fuck with them. So let me think about doing that because he's a cool guy. He's a nice enough guy. But
Well, I just wanted to tell my own, like the last real fight story.
is there
that I've
another
had.
beer?
It looked like the box was empty. That's why I started drinking wine.
Oh no! Good time. We're doing this.
beer, my friend.
Look at this, kind gentleman.
But so I've been in a lot of, I won't call them real fights, like in the sense of escalation in the last 10 years.
Sorry, Chiba Toker 84. Don't feel bad. When I was in school, I got into a fight and a bottle of hot sauce from my backpack. With a bottle of hot sauce in my backpack. So the school rumors I beat them up with a bottle of hot sauce. That's hilarious.
That's
I love how legends get saying. I'm sorry I interrupted. That
No,
was
you're
just
good.
very-
So I've been in a lot of, I won't call them real fights, I'll call them conflicts between
Scraps.
being a bouncer to, in Austin, the only thing that happened with Sam, that's going to be the last story we tell.
Pause. fucking my phone gave me like on this New Year's.
Yeah.
It was like 2 years ago, and it was you breaking up a fight on New Year's. It was like your memories, and it was you grabbing a whole ass dude, being like, "Stop fighting!" And then the bouncers came, and you were like, "This guy's causing trouble." It reminded me literally happened this year. It was like, remember New Year's, and it was you.
Those are the kind of things that I do. I just have it in my DNA. I do it
Yeah,
all
you're
the
a
fucking-
regulator.
Christina, how hard are these tortillas?
Oh God.
It's
I
the
have-
it's a concha.
I have some pretty strong calluses. My tortilla can be really, really hot.
Okay, let's let Marcos tell a story.
Yeah.
Do y'all have fight stories? Well, I'm about to tell one
Tell your
because
this is
for the most part, it's very weird to hang out with me on certain times. Like sometimes it's just a normal night out and nothing happens of note. But as Sam was just saying, sometimes you hang out with me and I stopped 3 or 4 fights that night. That night especially,
That
I
was
bro.
at least 2.
Fuck,
Girls
yeah.
were fighting. He stopped.
That was New Year's.
Yeah, and then another guy he stopped fighting.
Bro, I don't know if we can hang out.
Just so you know, I'm gonna be starting like that.
Just similar circumstances. But continue.
but the last
Trouble
time
finds you, Reacher.
I'm so excited that the second season came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
haven't seen it yet. Okay,
I guess we're gonna review. I guess no.
come on.
We're good.
Okay.
They're allowed to goof off.
Yeah.
But the last time I was in a real full-on fight, because there's been a lot of, even outside of skirmishes at bars like this that Sam is alluding to, I've been full-on having sparring matches with Thai fighters in Thailand and shit like that. But the last time I got into a real fight, I was 22. Everybody was throwing snowballs at each other because it was in Alaska. Yeah, it was in Alaska, and everyone was just kind of like, "Oh, we've never seen snow before because we're babies."
Right, and they don't realize snow hurts when you throw it at somebody.
Well, I threw something like it was like slush.
Oh yeah, so water and ice essentially, not powder.
Well, I just threw it with 2 hands because I've never been in a snowball fight.
Fair.
And
Baby
this guy, apparently, and this is what I learned afterwards. Because, well, actually, I'll tell. No, I guess I'll say it right now. The unit that I had joined had just come back from deployment. This dude had beat his wife like that week.
Jesus.
And he was about to get kicked out because domestic assault gets you
it's
kicked
not
out.
groovy.
I would hope so.
Yes.
I would hope it gets
Hey, there's some standards to the U.S. military. All right, beating your wife is pretty up there in terms of shitty things.
would-
you do.
Shockingly,
fucking hope
racism
so.
not one of them.
Right, but beyond that,
So as I threw the snow at him, I thought we were still. I didn't know that story. I just I just thought I was playing, and he thought I was picking on him. Like, oh, this guy thinks I'm a piece of shit for beating my wife.
True.
I
But
didn't
not
know
the
that. I
reason.
didn't know that.
True, but
I
not
didn't
the
know.
reason.
I didn't know that. And he swings on me 3 or 4 times, and it's just kind of been like it's me letting go of all the gears, and it's just like literally like ultra instinct kicking in, and I dodged like 3 or 4 of his punches, and I'm like, if you swing on me one more time, I'm gonna swing at you back. And he swung at me back, and that was it. Like after that, that was the one that was like, because for the most part, if I have like play punches,
Yeah.
and then wrestling is a big gap.
right.
Because
You did the king combo, power bomb, razor's edge.
Stone Cold Stunner.
no, Sam and his brother in the
Right.
Yeah, it's like play punches.
Right.
No more.
well, because for the most part, in those bar scenarios that I end up in most of the time, if you push someone against the wall, if you have someone like in some sort of lock, that is enough. If you continue, I already know that if I hold 2 of your joints, the third one's going to break.
Right.
That's basically how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu worked, was just kind of like this. Oh, okay, cool. Now your shoulder is going to break because I'm twisting the other 2.
Right.
But past that, punches come back. They just come back a lot harder. I hit this guy in the mouth so hard that I broke 8 of his teeth.
That makes sense.
And he was bleeding all over the place. And he was actually never seen again from in that unit.
Right. Well, he was already going to get discharged, and then he was in the fucking medic. So
Yeah, he literally had to get plastic surgery for the damage that I had done to his
'Cause
face.
Would you hit him right in the teeth, like front, right in the front?
Like,
You're talking about soft palate and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's fucked. So
and I had just been like, we were throwing snowballs at each
I was
other.
throwing slush at him. I don't know, snow in your eyes. Full white snow in your eyes. It's just water and ice and gravel.
And
Just
then
imagine like baby fucking never seen like snow.
Right.
Marco just like tee-hee, and then just like shoot, shoot, shoot. It's fucking like
Hey,
folks out. Yeah.
don't punch me again. Okay.
You get one more.
Get one more. So, he wasn't about it. He wasn't about it.
And I was like worried because I was like, I just got to this unit. I've been here like 3 or 4 months. I just got to this specific platoon.
Right.
And I've already sent someone to the hospital.
Right. I'm starting fights.
Yeah.
And I hurt. Yeah.
I'm going to get kicked out. I'm going to do fuck. Because in general, outside of domestic assault being a no-go, assault is also a no-go.
Yeah. Just don't beat up people.
Well, in your case, it wasn't assault.
Right.
Technically not, but it also just depends on
Yeah,
how
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else
I
saw
mean,
it, right?
right,
You know, so-
Right, like people turn around and they're like, I didn't see shit.
Well, my platoon sergeant was one of the coolest people in the world at that point. Outside of he wanted us to go to the gym at 4 a.m. so that he could do roids. But that's another story. But
That's just random. Keep going. Keep going. You could do that literally all day with your deployment stories.
Yeah.
but
Just random and.
but he was just kind of like, he fell.
It's a good story.
Hey, check this out.
Everybody was having a snowball fight, and
That's-
he just fell on his face. Yeah, he slipped on his face.
Coincidentally enough, that was the excuse he said about his wife. So,
Fair.
hey, justice is swift.
Look, all I'm saying-
Justice is swift and even. It balances everything.
He deserved it for leaving
perfect.
the mop out.
And then everywhere I went
Perfectly
for that,
balanced, as all things should be. I'm not going to be able to do that.
everywhere that I went for a week, everyone was like, "Oh, you beat him up, right?" Like,
And then a hero comes along. And
I was just kind of like, I was because it took me like 3 or 4 days for me to be like, "Oh, I'm not in trouble."
Oh, yeah. Totally beat him up. Yeah.
Here's your Purple Heart.
When did you find out that he was a wife beater?
That's also
that night kind of day.
That would make me feel a little better, to be honest.
I just felt so disconnected at that point.
Yeah.
Because,
You didn't know. You get fucking discharged. You lose all your benefits. You lose everything. So yeah, I get that worry.
Well, I mean, one of the black marks that has always been like, "Hey, bro, like, you sign a military contract, you're in it for the most part, unless you're broken." Is that a dishonorable discharge will ruin your life? They actually,
100%,
even for the
100%.
domestic assault and the DUI, they don't give you dishonorable discharge most of the time. They give you other than honorable, which still fucks up your life, but
Right.
not as much as a dishonorable.
Yeah, right. Because there's like, there's honorable, regular discharge, and then not.
No, there's no regular.
Oh, there's no regular. Oh.
Other is the regular, but you have to kind of fuck up to get that.
Oh, okay.
Honorable is just like,
I didn't know there was another. I thought it was just like honorable, dishonorable.
no, there's
Oh,
an
no,
other
yeah, I
because
knew
they
there was
don't want to hurt your life kind
Right.
of thing.
Like there's ones where it's like you are just too stupid. Like where like they literally like something happens and they just cannot perform and it has nothing to do with
well,
anything.
like smoking pot, a DUI, that'll get you an other than. Probably shooting at someone will probably get you a dishonorable.
Yeah. I'm like Red Dead Redemption mechanics. I'm like, ding, like your negative honor. Okay. So
But
with that said, I don't know. I'm letting you go.
No, and then I mean that's just kind of where I've always come from, where it's just like there's levels to a fight, and at the end of it, I mean, on the note of what you were talking about earlier, there was a person that you could not have gotten two homies that were more different, but the same. It's the same computer with completely different programming. Is the best way I can put it. I literally was painting Antifa stuff on everything, on my rifles and things like that.
Right.
And this guy was from Arizona. His dad was one of those people that protect the border and all this other
Arpaio motherfuckers.
Yeah. We fought all the time.
I'm sure. I would.
Yeah, we fought 3 or 4 times, and we slowly. It's weird. Like at a certain point, you just unprogram from certain things that your parents were telling you, and you just sort of like accept people. Where it's just like at a certain point, he couldn't hate Mexicans anymore. His best friend that he had fought with 4 or 5 times.
You Vegeta Goku'd each other, or it's just like,
But that's
get it, you're evil.
100%. So the real fucked up and the like painful yet also beautiful thing is that all of this shit that you're talking about,
Yeah,
you can find in a fucking college dorm room.
that's true
As
too.
far as like fucking socially,
Yeah.
because one of the guys that I clicked with and that I like am still like relatively acquainted with, that like when we first met, it was like pretty much like if you like look at me wrong one way or another, we're either gonna kill each other or we're gonna fucking fight.
Right.
But we're like, damn, dude, like we've congratulated each other on like all of our children being born. He's got 3 beautiful children.
I love that shit.
I've got 3 very beautiful children. You know, he still kind of votes and leans right, but like we absolutely check in on each other. His wife, just like mine, almost passed at the birth of one of his children.
Aggressive, yeah, it
and so we like checked up. We were right there for each other in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call ourselves like really, really like friends, but we're definitely somebody who like through just shit that we went through together in college, like we respect and love each other just enough to want to keep an eye out for each other. And that's like it's just like it's a weird kind of like brotherhood, and it's a weird kind of like, you know, relationship that you create, that when I hear like people who were in the military and who I have like a whole bunch of friends of who are in the military, they describe these things. I'm like, dog, you know, I went through the same, or not exactly the same shit, but like similar shit safely without having to go to fucking war.
Right.
You know, in college.
Yeah.
And you meet different people from different backgrounds, and you know, plenty of times, which I did with plenty of people, you educate them one way and they change some of their lifestyle to learn like what is acceptable, what is just kind of like humane.
Well, I gotta say,
or not, you
like,
know?
well, I gotta say, like, you know, I'm really glad that you were able to find that. But fuck that shit. I never. In college, I found people that are different than me, and they saw my way or they saw their way out of my life.
No, I feel
truthfully,
you, man.
And
But I mean, I understand.
Was
like,
you in dorms?
I was in dorms, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they didn't like me a lot.
No, but
I was a depressing guy in my first year.
But I was gonna
But-
say, like, I just want to put this as a side note because, like, I understand the argument between liberal and conservative in your brain, kind of thing. But the army was more transcendent than that.
Yeah.
Where it was just kind of like,
Everybody's fucked.
yes,
So
actually,
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Right.
But like,
right.
so one of the things that I'm really grateful for from the army, ironically, with the war that I fought, is that my interpreter was Muslim, someone that I served with was Muslim, and it's just kind of like, honestly, on paper, everything about Islam not very compatible with America.
Right. But like, you know, generally a lot of the beliefs are the same, just different interpretations of it.
But
it's
there's
all
a-
the same God. I mean, for the most part,
There's a big
Allah and
difference.
God are like the
It's
same
all-
guy, though. They're the same
All
guy.
the same God, different prophets.
Right. What book do you want to read? That's really all it is.
Yeah, but there's a
To an
difference between Jesus. I mean, I'm not even
Muhammad.
religious.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. And fucking Moses, is that the Jewish one? Yeah. And yes, the Jewish one. No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like zombie apocalypse style. I think that like all that subtlety and that nuance that you guys have, nah. I'm like, are you wearing the face paint or
Well,
not?
actually-
because I'm the face paint gang, and if you're not wearing the face paint with me, we got shit to hash out.
But that's the
otherwise.
thing is that in an because I was literally the closest to an apocalypse situation. It was just kind of like our beliefs don't matter. What you're useful at matters.
Well, mine's
Yeah.
face paint.
We need a
Mine's the
doctor.
face paint.
No, I mean, so the like.
Can
I'll
you
also
cure
say-
bullet wounds? You're in. I don't care what god you pray to.
Right.
Pray to Galactus for all I care.
You know, and it goes. I think it also partially goes back to like the PUTASOS and shit. Like, I'm with Sam and like most of what you're like saying because at some point I've gotten to it, and it's crazy because I think I'm the youngest one here, maybe.
No,
31?
I guess
Yeah,
so.
you are the youngest one.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
So
So wise.
I know. I thought you were older than me, just on age
It's his
and
wisdom and his beard.
So wisdomness alone.
I
don't know shit.
in my short time here on this fucking plane of
Yeah,
existence,
you're a quarter of the way through, third of the way through.
I think
You got 2 more to go.
we'll see.
2 more of what you just did to
Yeah.
go. Come on.
Want me to put the
so-
figure 4 on?
Depends
you?
how many fights we get into.
Yeah, no, but I've seen enough to be to a point in life where I'm just like I am in Sam's kind of like backyard where I'm like, you know what? If you're not with me outright, like you're fucking against me. Like I'm not.
not even outright is if I find you irredeemable. That's
Yeah,
that's where I live.
That's kind of the same way, and because like if you
Only a Sith
Like, to
deals
me-
in absolutes.
but the Sith was right.
right.
I mean,
yeah, they won for most
only-
of the series.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes is also an absolute.
Exactly. That's exactly
And
the point.
let's be clear. The Sith were in power for how many of movies? 9, 8, 7. Yeah, for 6 of the 8 movie or 9 movies.
Yeah, there was a whole 1,000 years of Republic.
Exactly. No, but fuck that shit. The ones we saw.
but it's it's
good narrative.
It's like if you for me it was like because man, I'm not gonna lie, I've lost like just completely outright like cousins over this shit because the way I see
easy.
it, it's like if you are willing to comply with hate, it doesn't matter what side you're on. You're just not rocking with me, and I'll fight you because I've got people who have been closer to me who are black than my own like blood,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like, dog, if you're willing to just drop the N word with the hard R, like we're gonna fucking throw hands,
Right.
and I'm gonna go with you, like to you with the pipe. Like
It's principles.
It doesn't
right.
matter, man.
You
Like,
have principles that if you don't follow those principles, blood or not, then
Like,
if
you
you're not
just-
on the side,
just be
then
human.
you're not
And-
lucky.
yeah, and
Your fault.
I think my philosophy as I've gotten older has become like, do what you do. If you're not hurting nobody, like, just
Yeah.
fucking just let it be, bro.
Right.
Like, just let it be.
I-
Take care of your own person, take care of your own body, and as if you're not hurting your children, you're not hurting people around you.
I heard this in 2012. Probably 2012, and I adopted it, and it's a 6 foot of radius rule.
that was COVID, bro.
Was that during? You got me.
That was called social distancing.
No. I'm sorry.
It's like,
Absolutely.
can I change it? Is it within 6 feet of?
Right, yeah.
Can I change it? And it's just like, maybe not, maybe, but it's like I can make an argument so I can change your guys' point of view on some stuff. Doesn't mean that I have to. I can change who I am. I can change how I deal with stuff. But outside of that 6 feet, like even Eagle Pass, can I do anything there? No.
No, that's why I left.
Oh, bro.
So much stuff like that. It's just kind of like that. But I will leave this to go back to the subject of when it is to fight, when it's not time to fight. This actually comes from my Theo, and is one of the coolest things that he ever said, even though he was drunk as shit when he said it. But he was...
Go on.
Go on. Damn, I missed the other person. Go on.
So my Tío Saúl said, a man that respects nothing is nothing. So
That is a solid line.
That's pretty dope.
and he was drunk when he said it, but I was always just still kind of like, man is measured by what he respects. So be ready to defend yourself if you need to, but as long as you go through life respecting people, that's what you're going to be measured by. Like respecting your coworkers, respecting your partner, respecting the people around you and your friends. That's the best you can do.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what you like.
Yeah, no, like what
Just
you like.
don't be a dick.
Man, honestly, yeah. I like it was a video that I saw on TikTok that people have been making fun of, but I also think is like very responsive and respectable, is that what are you without your job, without your like friends, without your family, etc. It's just like a decent human, just be a decent human.
I'm me.
So
I'm JJ.
Oh, I'm not.
There is one constant in life. In my life, at least. I will always be JJ.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, no matter what diagnosis I get, I'll always be JJ.
the Lions fan.
Yes.
Well, guys,
Well, no, we have the one story. That's the
I was just
culmination.
going to-
Oh, I'm not saying we're ending. I'm just saying I think I'm drunk, and so. Nah, a little
I'm
bit.
sorry.
I'm a lightweight. It's
he is a
4 beers.
lightweight.
I don't drink by myself. That shit's been there for fucking 2 years.
It's not about you not drinking by yourself. It's so that you don't drink that often.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean I hang out, but I don't drink like that. Anyway, long story short, I want to bring up the culmination of the stories.
Well, I mean,
That way we can tell the story because you're excited to hear it.
I'm
And it's a very true story, and it really exemplifies our two
I'm waiting for
philosophies.
like, the dragons to just like show up.
It was a
Well,
weird
it
situation, to be honest.
It wasn't that.
Beyblade each other.
It wasn't bad for you. Yeah, we were about to fucking Beyblade. It wasn't bad for you. It was really bad for me.
Well, I mean,
That's
it was,
the difference.
I'm just gonna say that you're gonna tell this story, and it's gonna be less dramatic than every story we've told so
Well,
far.
no, I'll
That-
tell the story with you. No, it's very dramatic on my end. I don't know about you. You didn't think it was very dramatic because you have a different philosophy.
No, because like I don't want to be I don't want to undercut you too hard as you tell this story.
Oh no, you're not
But-
gonna, because it's fucking epic. It's a tale of souls and
But
swords.
I just want you to know before you tell this something. Like, I punched you in the chest once. I've openly fought JJ, Gabriel, Mondo, Edward, like every person that's.
Oh, I can't wait to fight you now.
right. But the thing is, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't to you, but to me.
What are you doing next week?
No, but to me, it was as PDB 30 says, let's fucking Beyblade, you son of a bitch. No, so here's what happens. I remember it clear as crystal. We're at the bar, the karaoke bar, which is now not going to be downstairs, which is not as fun, but the karaoke bar that's by my house. And I'm showing him highlights of Hunter Renfro, of all people. Football highlights. And I'm like,
I would start one sentence behind that kind of thing where it was just kind of like,
I was saying why. I'll say why. Why the reason why I'll show you those clips?
no, okay, two
'Cause you
sentences.
think the
behind
Raiders
it.
Two
are
sentences
good?
behind.
Okay,
Look at this fucking stallion.
Look at Hunter Renfro, this white slot receiver. Go ahead. See, there's more to it already.
so one thing. So
Because he thinks the Raiders are good.
Undefeated in Vegas for you, motherfuckers. So shut your mouth.
We're
Hey,
also
drink your
garbage.
banquets and call it, all right, motherfucker? All right, go ahead.
two things that
Proceed that.
yes. First of all, I was in like the middle of an ugly fucking breakup that
that's
weekend. And
I don't care at that point. Go ahead.
He never liked the girl I was dating at this point.
She was fine. Her
No.
friends were shitty.
Wait a second.
Red?
Hold on. How?
Shannon.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
This is recent reason.
no, this is like 2 years ago.
Okay. All right.
At this
wait.
point, 2
I don't know
years
why
ago.
the name clicks ahead. All right,
Either way,
it's-
no,
go.
okay, it was, yeah, okay, yeah, I didn't like her anyway, you're right.
Yeah. I just went through an ugly breakup. This is me barely going out and having the energy to go out because I fucking like this chick way too much, honestly. And I barely have the energy to go out. Like I literally got before fucking karaoke. I got dragged out to a friend's birthday. Like she was like, I want to go to the Korean barbecue, and then I randomly behind the scenes kind of thing. I just got really sad because I was like, damn, like I think Shannon would have really liked to come eat Korean barbecue.
Where everything fucking it turns into that, where it's like you get a paper cut and you're like, ow. She loved doing arts and crafts. Yeah,
Watching me bleed.
yeah. So we've told the story before. I didn't know that. I forgot that happened. And I don't fucking care. I don't like her anyway. So the point is, I'm thinking things are fine and dandy. I'm glad she's gone. So let's just paint it that way. So he's secretly sad. I'm unawares, and we're talking about Hunter Renfrow, and we're talking about the Cowboys.
Well, it's even.
I'll get to.
I was just
You're talking about Hunter Renfrow.
I was talking about Hunter Renfrow. He was talking about the life and death situation of love, and
well, it even is a little plus and minus. Besides that we were. Me and Sam, up until probably actually just last year, have reached this kind of thing because we're just raised in completely different life kind of ways, where it's just kind of like we butt heads, and
Right,
then
his town's not being invaded.
not really. Fresno's cool. Fresno's just boring.
yeah, his town already lost. The Conservatives won there.
No, the conservatives exist there, but there's still farm work to be done, so they shut the fuck up. They know their place. The farmers are shitty in terms of the owners of the farms because they're all like, give us subsidies for corn. Fuck off, you stupid bastards. Anyway,
But that was low blow. Anyway,
that's fine.
Yeah,
I know what I am.
Yeah,
I just wanted to circle back.
Yeah. I know what Fresno is.
we're literally like just reached the point that like, and it was just like. It was like canicas is the best way I can say it. It was like hard, and then it got soft. It was like softer and softer every time until our last fight that we had. It was just like, dude, I'm tired. And
Why
he
are we
was like,
doing this? I don't want to fucking feel this way anymore. No, really, because I explain to my girlfriend who gets mad on my behalf.
Yeah.
Against you, my girlfriend will be like, "Man, fuck, Marcos is going out." I'm like, "No, he's my friend. I like him because she's so protective of me. Me and Marcos are yin and yang. We're completely different, but we still have that piece of ourselves in the other that makes us whole. That's who we are. And so we've That's fine.
No, it's brotherly
That's
love.
fine. No,
It's
it's gay. You can be gay as it wants.
No, it's
but
brotherly love.
I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I'm gay
what
a
it
little
is.
bit, probably. Anyway,
That's what I told you
somewhere,
when you got defensive.
somewhere, I don't know.
No,
Ryan,
it's
Ryan
brotherly
Gosling's
love.
handsome. You get it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, a blind man would find Ryan Gosling.
Blushing over here.
Anyway,
No,
you couldn't find the words
continue.
almost.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Now, you say Johnny Depp, then I'm gonna fight
Then
you.
we're gonna call back to that story.
Gonna punch the back of your knee and break your leg.
Top 5 man crushes for that story. So I'm talking about Hunter Renfrow. We're talking about the Cowboys, and we've actually discussed the core of why we ended up escalating this stupid conversation, which was Hunter Renfrow was tearing up the Dallas Cowboys on defense during the Thanksgiving game. He said he didn't deserve to go to the Pro Bowl. He said he wasn't good. And I said, this motherfucker's good as shit. He tore you guys up. And he's like, because the Cowboys have a shitty defense. That anybody would do that. And I'm like, well, you're not listening, you son of a bitch. Hunter Renfrow's tearing shit up. And you're like, well, motherfucker, the fucking Cowboys defense is fucking shit. And we're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then this motherfucker punches me in the gut.
It was chest.
No?
It was a chest.
That was chest?
Yeah.
Felt like the gut. It was in the chest.
If it was right where
in
the
the core.
line of "you can't stop me." Right. Actually, I would be punching the Mexcellence where it says the Mexcellence.
Oh, right here. Yeah, the core. The core.
the diaphragm.
Yeah. The diaphragm.
The diaphragm.
So he hits me in the
I was like,
diaphragm.
bro, you got hormone? You want to go fight vampires?
No, it's almost an argument, chest, stomach, but I was like, and the real answer is in the middle.
Right. Hold on. Cut to Raki in the chat. Cut to 4. Cut to 4. Do not cry over this. Fighting over white man is crazy, PD. But you put
Sorry,
it that,
that's the funniest way to put it.
when he put it that way, Hunter Renfrow did have a killer season. So he punches me.
Estas
Now,
pinches tóxicas.
so it hurts enough to wake me up. doesn't hurt. He wasn't trying to hurt me, wasn't trying to knock me out, wasn't trying to knock the wind out of me, but it was enough to wake me up.
Just trying to send a message.
Send a message. And the message was clear. But his message was, if I have freedom to talk about it, his message was, you're not listening to me and it's hurting my feelings. That was the message you were sending. I'm heartbroken. I'm frustrated. I'm at my wit's end, and you're not listening to me. Stop. That's what that was. In my poetry, I was like, oh, I got to kill this motherfucker. Literally, that was my, like, you dare hit me.
My brother's choking me.
Right, straight. Right. No, but I was like, I looked up and we locked eyes and we looked at each other like fucking death. Like he was like, make a move. The thing was, it was your move next. That was his eyes.
Balls in your court.
Balls
baby.
in your court.
Wait, I'm imagining the Mortal Kombat like versus.
Oh yeah.
They're both delivering a line.
Like, what was it? Omni Man, you suck cock. Whatever the fuck they say in those things. I don't watch it. But his thing was, your move, balls in your court, motherfucker. And my thing was like, why did you put the fucking ball in my fucking court? Because the ball in my court means I have to fucking hit you, try to break your nose. Like I said, all the shit came, try to break your nose at the bar by my house. We're going to get kicked out. He's going to hurt me. I'm going to hurt him. It's not going to end well. Because you had already mentioned afterwards, like, you don't know your fighting regimen. You weren't on your game. You don't know how to fight. Like you don't fight a lot. You just stop fights. You know. And I know, and I don't fight a lot. I'm not a big fighter, but it was like I have to go break his nose.
Well, that's a little bit of a misconstruation where it's just kind of like what I say a lot of times is that how do I put this lightly? Against an average person, I can hold my own.
Right.
Or win. Mostly win.
Right.
But against somebody that goes to the fucking Gracie gym 3 days a week,
right.
like, no, I cannot fight. I was that guy once upon a time.
Right.
I cannot fight at that level,
right.
kind of thing. I know what it means to actually fight, and I'm not that guy anymore.
Right. And in my head...
So if GSP showed up like right now,
we have a problem.
It doesn't need to be GSP. It can be the dude that fights at the Austin cage fighting thing.
Right. And my
okay, so no shot against GSP is hang on, I gotta make a couple of calls.
hey, get rid of my dress. I'm moving. No, and so I know this. So I know in my head, my calculus is he knows how to. He's combat trained, so it's gonna hurt. Whatever I do is gonna hurt. But whatever I do, I have to hurt him first. I gotta gouge. I gotta hurt. And I'm like, you're making me make this decision right now. And I didn't even take a breath. I was holding my breath, and I was just like, motherfucker. And I turned my back, and I walked away. But in my head, I did like 3 or 4 different things, which was I have to break his nose, I have to gouge his eye, and I have to survive. That was the last part, because I know that once I got whatever first thing I got, it was gonna come hard and fast, because we were not. It was serious as sin. It was like we were going to do it, but he was gonna do it in the way where he wasn't gonna kill me, and I was gonna do it to where I was gonna try to kill him, which wouldn't have been successful. Big guy, strong guy, would have been a hard fight. But the idea was I would have been trying to hurt him, and he would have been defending himself, and that would have hurt. Yeah. So I'm just like, not worth it. But why would you put me in this fucking position? And I turned around, and then the fucking tears, because I was just like, fucking, we gotta protect the fucking show. I gotta protect fucking everything. I was like, I'm having a good time. And so I just turned around, and then he goes and talks. Corey was there, right, that night?
No, Corey showed up way later.
But they all went out for a smoke, and I'm
the only one that went out for a smoke.
A group of y'all went out.
I went out for a smoke, and Gertz eventually came out, and he was like, "Hey, man,
what the fuck was that? Yeah, what the fuck happened, right? Because if you didn't see it, because it was lightning quick, I told like a story, like it took minutes. No, it was
Oh no,
maybe
that's how it
6.
always
Yeah,
is,
maybe
man.
6 seconds.
Yeah, everything
But
always
there's
happens
something in
and
the
it feels
air.
Right,
Yeah.
right, and
Everyone
but
feels
afterwards,
it.
the mist.
Yeah.
That's one thing that Gonzalez does know how to do is ruin the air around
I'm actually
him.
also really surprised. Just quick note that like we didn't get kicked out of the bar
Because nothing happened. We didn't knock no chairs over. We didn't do anything. It was you. He hit me quick.
The waitress or the bartender
Noticed
chick,
something was wrong.
She noticed, and she was just kind of like. And I'm just like, dude, if we started a fight, like literally across the street at the Foxtrot, they would have kicked us out.
Right.
But because we started at a karaoke bar with a whole bunch of karaoke nerds, they were just kind of like, well, they're
There's
both
got
bigger.
to be a morning night.
And so I stayed. We both stayed, which was the weird part. One of us goes home. I would have gone home. I live right here. So we stayed, and I was just pissed the whole night, and I didn't talk to nobody, and I sang my song maybe, and then eventually it just broke off, and I didn't talk to you for about like 3 days, 3 days, and then I said, this is what it was about. We talked, and so his was, feelings were hurt, you're not listening to me, and my thing was, why did you put me in that position? I was being a jagoff. That's fine. I'll admit that. He wasn't listening to me either, and I was being a jagoff because I was taunting. At the end of it, the Renfro thing, I was like, yada, 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 whatever. And I was
I think
taunting.
the big problem here is that you're a Cowboys fan.
No, not anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's also not true because he
Problem
switches every
solved.
other season.
The
That's
what?
also not true because he changes every other season.
No, I'm a Colts fan forever now.
What was the time before that? Until Hunter
Vikings.
fucking Minshew leaves.
Okay.
Until fucking Minshew leaves, and then you're
okay.
gonna
I
change
was
it.
trying it out,
As long as
and
it's
now,
not
and now I'm happy with the Colts.
Hey, as long as it's not a fucking Cowboys fan.
But then the Cowboys fan happens, and then when they go to the Super Bowl, he's
Horseshoe
gonna
is
jump
more
right
of a
there.
Cowboy.
No, I literally had a chance to support the Cowboys. The Colts didn't make the playoffs, and I was still kind of like, they're going to get their shit pushed in by the Packers.
Right, and ultimately that just means that I'm more loyal because I'm a Raider fan. So the moral of the story is that I'm more loyal than Marcos.
When it comes to sports fans, we'll
When it comes to sports fan, I'm a fucking Raiders fan. It's been misery. They've won. Actually,
Yeah.
did they win playoff games? The Cowboys.
That
I
just
don't
means
fucking
you're
know.
more of a masochist.
I don't like it.
I mean, I will say
That comes with the territory, bro.
say you like being a Raiders fan.
No, black is slimming.
there's
I
a lot
can't
of
wear orange.
I was about to
You're
say
gonna be a
that-
fucking Dolphins fan with teal?
I was
No,
about
he
to say-
does like it.
That'd look embarrassing.
I was about to say there's a lot of teams that wear black, but part of the reason that I left the Cowboys was moral reasons. That I was just kind of like, I was like, if I ever become a Cowboys fan again, Jerry Jones needs to die.
Oh yeah, no. If I'm ever gonna consider being a Cowboys fan, it's when he
Team
fucking
swapping.
rots.
Team swapping.
Oh no, hey, no.
I'm a Raider fan until
Broncos
I either
fan.
die or I give up.
I'm sorry that you're already part of a progressive organization that has
What?
a black coach. And
the Raiders are
hold
the-
on.
the Raiders
Now,
are the most-
Davis family is not progressive. I'm just gonna
What?
say
The
that.
Davis family's not progressive. First African American coach in the modern era. First
So what?
Hispanic coach. First Hispanic
wasn't when
quarterback
he was
to
in-
win. Al Davis was the manager. Was the fucking owner, operator, CEO. He was both. Look it up, motherfucker. Don't do it. First woman in the presidential role
First
on
off,
staff.
I also
and
know
current
the
first
history
black
of,
history.
I know the people of color history of the
Oh
Raiders.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the ownership history of the
Oh no, it's only been Al Davis and Mark. That's it. But every position underneath them has been a person of color or a woman or somebody ahead at the time that should have been. We'll talk about it after the show. Point is, Marcos punched me, JJ slapped me, which is why I'm not going to the Super Bowl party that inevitably there's going to be because it was
it's
the
at
last.
Tommy's house.
No, but one, I'm going to be gone, and two, the last time the Chiefs and the Niners played, JJ slapped me, and he was well within his right.
Well, the last time that the Niners and
I did get
Chiefs
a lot of
played,
cheers.
Yeah, it
the
was
thing, though, the last
deserved.
time that the Chiefs and Niners played, we got a pandemic afterwards. So
Right, so I will.
Ooh.
Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
All right. Looking forward to that stimmy.
Sweet, sweet $1,600, baby.
JJ needs money.
There it is. We all need money. What was those?
Mostly JJ.
Not fundraisers. What are they called when you have the telethon? We might have a telethon for the Mexlets for JJ and Sammy money. I have to come up with rent, and JJ also has to come up with rent.
I'm not a victim here.
Right. Yeah, no, it's all proactive. It's just he had some expenses come up, and I have a whole other month of rent to pay. So
I'm
expenses-
addicted to porn.
You know what? Porn is expensive
Christ,
somehow.
What the fuck?
Thank you,
I'm not a victim here.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on PUTASOS, the episode of Más o Menos.
Speaking of putas,
Hey, alrighty. Anyways, so that's a good wrap up for the episode.
Everybody else went pee during this episode. Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Join us
Big shout out to
Thursday.
everybody who came on through.
Join us Thursday for Sing Countdown. We'll post the topic on our Instagram. Have a good night, everybody.
Play the music.
Saludos.
Well, don't put it on me. Play the music. Oh, hey, everybody.
trying to.
Give me and JJ money. Donate now.